me how to shop, and I was like, "Alright, but I want to get the Pop-Tart." She's like, "No, you can't get that. No, but I want Pop-Tart. That's my breakfast for the rest of the week. Pop-Tart only."
Me too. That's what I eat for lunch. Midnight snacks.
Being an adult's great. I can buy whatever the fuck I want.
I just realized that last week. Oh my god, I'm an adult.
You just realized this?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh.
When did you figure it out?
Like, probably when I got married, I guess. 18?
Well, I am married and also 18.
I'm not married.
Most people do not have this.
We went to a comedy club, and the guy was like roasting us for just getting married. But like we were drinking, we're underage, so like we put our cups under the table, and we're just like.
What the hell?
And no one's laughing at this guy's jokes at roasting us, and it's just dead silent. So we snuck out.
Hey.
Did you fart on him?
Did I do what?
Did you fart on him?
Fart on him?
Yeah.
No, that would be unladylike. On my wedding day, what the hell? But you're right, I should have went back the day after.
Is that a good enough too?
Is it really unladylike?
Is it true?
Yes.
Rose heads or tails?
Yes, sir.
Tails. Always tails.
Huh. Okay.
Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm done.
Hello.
Now she want to finish your topic. That's quick and fast.
Quite fast.
That's not nice. Yes.
Ow.
Sorry. Am I too loud?
Was it your hammer?
No, that was nothing.
Take this off real quick.
Why is my volume so high?
Maybe it smoked.
Why does Blink keep a hammer by his desk? These are questions we may never know answers to.
Well, you're not gonna get an answer.
Please.
Listen, here's the official canon answer. I went by his house. I left my
Somebody remove that too.
Yeah.
Two.
Testing. Sorry.
There we go.
Will Alphonse be joining us today?
He said he will, but he's going to be late.
Alrighty.
Right.
Everything okay, Nashu? You sound a little tired and frustrated.
Nope, I am fine. Which is to say, everything is fine. Alright.
Good.
All things correct.
Down to that layer. I'm gonna have to replace that for now until I get one. So.
Huh. Is that Jacob?
Hmm?
Right here.
Nope. Y'all can't really tell because it's shrunk down, but it looks like that.
Oh, okay. You look like a bird.
Like, let me see this. Oh, hey, that's an NPC.
Is that Connie?
I'm just gonna use those until I doodle something for Connie and Stefano. Excuse me, I gotta go do one more thing and then we can start.
I'm
Okay,
100% happy that Zerk got a picture before Connie.
Where is Pauline's picture anyway?
We'd rather not find
Hasn't
out.
even shown up. Well, apparently she looks decent, according to what I think Damon said once.
I just saw her. It was like this old lady, kind of.
I see her as like
like 30s.
35-year-old desperate housewife who needs attention.
Oh, that's my type.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She was around, so. Look, you're 17. Put it back in your pants.
Only the character. I can do whatever I want.
She's too young for Eddie. Not enough muscles.
She's too old for Joachim.
Are you talking to your character? I should
No.
talk to Eddie. Eddie, what are you doing?
No. Sorry.
I love it.
Let me grab my phone. Connect on my phone.
Good old
He's
NPC.
like taking a second, so.
My phone is dead.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm glad to see we're using some sillier portraits of NPCs. Still, it needs a touch of silliness. It can't look too good. I know that's a strange sentiment, but
What the heck is this?
Oh,
It's a cat.
Eh.
wow.
Oh,
Meow.
playing Tony 2 today.
I mean, I might as well.
Might as well.
It was
We're going back
Pop-Tart.
to the Dream World thing.
Are we?
I feel like we are. If not, then I'll switch back.
What if
away.
Damon's got something else? What if we're gonna go smuggle drugs or something?
I mean, it'd probably still be a 22 mission.
Well, yeah. I mean, eBay.
That'll be a-
Look up those. I
That's
gotta
good.
remember.
A similar for Eddie mission.
Wait, what the?
Nothing.
Eddie finds out the wonderful world of drugs.
Well, he thinks they're just candy that what's his face sells.
I mean, there can be. Maybe.
Mark,
if you
Jeffrey.
have certain ones.
Candy
Nate.
is the word used to describe them.
What is his name? Is it Mark?
Marcus?
Oh.
Marcus.
are y'all ready to begin?
We're
Yes.
so ready.
So, previously for Red,
I
you all
am
once
here,
again
but
went
outside it's
into
hot.
Hmm.
Alright, previously on Red, you all once again went into the portal underneath the house. Your destination was, of course, the home, well, the prison of the imprisoned dreamer. You were there once more to release the shackles that hold him and prevent him from dreaming what he desired. You removed a couple of them. First was easy. Free Straw, who you already made a deal with. The second, convince some people that their perfect heaven isn't better than reality. It was a hard battle, but you all managed to complete it. Some of you tried to, I believe, may have even succeeded at once again subjugating people to your will because the pendulum of evil versus good seems to be always weighted toward the evil side.
Well,
Still.
hang on.
I was saving them from oppression.
After you left the imprisoned dreamer's dream, expelled by his weariness, Straw made a deal with you all. Well, a deal with Eddie in particular, but I suppose everyone got involved in it. He wanted to start an orphanage with you all. He would let you all, find the building and such, and he would provide the money to get it going. It wouldn't just be an orphanage. It'd be a school, too. And, previously in Blue, news has been spreading around Caladium about the entrepreneur Straw at Chidora and his plan to open up an orphanage. It even said that it will make Eddie the Frog the headmaster. The city is abuzz with this new information, especially with the idea that money is coming to town. But everyone in the Red House, well, you already knew this. So, you rest in the Red House. Well, except for those of you who had to go to shooting. Most of you don't rest in the Red House. But those who do, well, to just get into the episode, let's just say it's been 1 week since your last foray into the dream realm. Eddie the Frog, as per usual, your allies have taken off, but they returned. You didn't leave. What have you done in the past week, Eddie the Frog?
So Eddie's really, really excited about his prospects of having the orphanage. So he's been working real hard to try to get things set up for that. And in doing so, he's trying to collect together what he thinks he needs for this orphanage, including whatever he can garbage pick for free. And he painted this lovely painting all week. Took a whole week. And hold on, let me post it for you. It's gonna be beautiful. You're gonna love it. Don't you worry. Oh god, why can't I copy and paste? What is wrong with my
Just
arms?
for clarity's sake, I muted myself because I'm eating chips.
But that's it. Just garbage picking and painting a picture. That he hopes to hang there, though.
Though it's not quite the Straw standard, Eddie has his ways of acquiring furniture. Perhaps his allies will have to convince him that they're a better option. Still, after he found his furniture, Eddie took the time to paint an entire portrait that will surely one day be upon the wall of his orphanage. There's still much to do before it can open up, but until then, Eddie is proud of himself. So, it's another day, another so far quiet day in Caladium's Red House. What are you all up to at the moment?
22 is kneading his claws into the couch.
Well, Joachim's not there, so he went.
Let's go.
Rescue is so maybe Resco's just trying to get Eddie to sign some more paperwork.
Right.
The Eddies are trying to hang out with their children.
So, as you all go through this process, as paperwork is brought to Eddie, and Eddie diligently avoids it. Well, before that even, at your house, Joachim, there comes a knock at your front door.
Back up. Since I'm back up.
Say again, you're rather low.
I was just now.
Nope, I did not hear most of that.
You
I
sound
was
like
There we go.
that I had to get back on the computer, I had to reconnect my computer because I was on my phone.
That would
Went
explain it.
outside for a second. What were you saying? Sorry.
There came a knock at your front door.
All right. What was the butler's name? Was it Alfred?
You can't even remember your butler's name.
Abraham.
Abraham.
If you're referring to the
I
owl
keep
man.
thinking like fucking Alfred. So let me just fucking write down Abraham. So
He's your butler. Just rename him.
no, I can't.
Alright.
Abraham will answer the door.
As Abraham answers the door, you see the tall, imposing figure of Dr. Thaddeus standing on the other side.
Doctor, please come in. And
Dr. Thaddeus
he'll-
holds up his hand and he says, "There will be no need for that. Inform your master that it is time again."
Well, okay. I will let him know.
And with that,
Uh,
Dr. Thaddeus turns his back to the door, begins down the road.
Abraham closes the front door and goes to look for Joachim, who is currently chatting up Carol.
All right.
And, informs him that he will be needed at the house. Joachim will sigh a little bit. He was having a good conversation with Carol. I think. The conversation with Carol he was having. He was having an alright conversation with Carol, so
All right.
he was like, okay. He'll call for his double and make his way over.
All right. Well, Joachim, you enjoy a quiet stroll from your abode. I suppose you catch a carriage. So you catch a carriage from your abode to the Red House, once again knowing that if the Red House is involved, then something is surely going to occur. So the horse gallops. Not gallops, but, struts. Struts not the word I'm looking for. I forgot what it was. But it has that pace between the walk and the gallop. Regardless, the horse does that. And after nearly half an hour or so, you arrive
Half
at the
an
Red
hour.
House.
Yeah, that's far. How many miles?
Yeah, it's not actually that far, because the Red House isn't too far from where Joachim
I was
lives.
like, damn.
So let's say after about 7 minutes, you arrive in Red House. You hear a knock at your front door.
I stand up and I go to get it.
Why isn't Connie tasked with cooking, cleaning, and answering doors?
I
Joachim,
open the
matter of
door.
habit, you're already on the map.
Oh yeah, I know.
All right, yes, because there's two, right? So yes, let's go. As you open the door,
How come he
Yeah,
doesn't
find
get
the other-
labeled? The Eddies
I mean,
need numbers.
I have to add it manually, so let me go ahead and add it again.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
you see upon the other side Dr. Thaddeus and two Joachims. Dr. Thaddeus says, "I have come to you for urgent reason. The house does not howl yet, but it is only," and he reaches into his pocket. He's got a pocket watch. "A matter of time."
Is it the Pie Lady, Resco?
It's not the pie lady. Would you like to come in?
He looks at his pocket watch and he says, "I shall enter, but I feel that I have nothing of note to say."
It's the same as before.
Say again, Resco?
I was asking Thaddeus if it was the same as like the last incident.
He gives you his, well, I wouldn't say his trademark slow nod, but it's a very slow nod.
Alright. I tell him, I think I get the gist of the situation.
Then I leave it all to you.
Oh, doctor.
He's about to turn around. He stops and looks at you, Eddie the Frog. He takes out a magnifying glass and looks at you, Eddie the Frog.
Am I still sick? Take my temperature. I have been taking it diligently, but I see no
Yeah.
change.
The expected rate for a frog of your age. However,
Calling me
you are still connected to ancient mechanisms.
that's weird. Did you come up with like a potion?
In good time, it shall wear off. Simply
Oh.
avoid coming in contact with any more.
Alright, thanks so much for the consultation.
Of course, I
Yeah.
am, after all, a doctor,
Yeah.
and you are a patient.
Yeah, I bet I am.
He nods to you, Esco, and then turns on his heel and heads
Okay.
out the house.
Before he
Give him a
leaves,
Go ahead.
I thought Resco was saying something, so I was waiting. My bad.
I give him a half smile.
All right.
Before he leaves, Joachim will, Dr. Thaddeus,
Yes.
before you make your leave, I would like for you to check out this potential location. Would you be willing to assist us with your skills?
Indeed. You are my patient, and I am your medical practitioner.
All right. He will. I don't know. Give him an address. I'm not really sure what address to give him.
That's fair. It's not like that is the actual map of Caladium. But still, he takes a look at the address and says, "Very well. I shall examine this location and repair any damages done." With that,
Thank you.
when with the address in hand, he sets off, noticeably not back toward his office, but down the road toward a different part of town. Still, he has dropped by and more or less handed you all your mission. And let's go, you have it in mind, as well as Joachim in your company.
Alright, so everyone, we say we go back downstairs and see if we can take care of a few more of those problems.
What? Is that what he said?
He said there was going to be a howling soon, and it's not really easy to sleep with that.
Did he say anything about the fleas I have? Darned insufferable insects.
I think we're supposed to go to a vet for that.
Ah. No.
I don't know. I mean, that might be within his thing. He does a lot of stuff, so.
I'm a frog. He says I'm his patient. Frogs are like cats. They're animals.
Exactly.
But you know, I am kind of a fox.
Please. At the mention of please, he won't say anything. He'll just cast this.
By God, the itching has stopped.
Magic.
Well, let's go to that portal where the library is. Come on, guys.
Did he say where we're going?
It's just downstairs with the guy with that's trapped in that dream state.
Where's my babysitter?
Right. Damn, what was her name? Did I write it down?
I didn't write it down.
Her name was the babysitter.
It was a beautiful name, whatever it was.
Was it Maria? I don't know.
I can't recall myself.
Hi,
Nevertheless,
we're still in the house.
We're gonna say as if Beckett, by any concern, are not come at your front door.
Finally,
Sorry about the abrupt join.
Oh, you good?
Resco answers the door.
Welcome, sir.
Okay. I'll answer the door.
I'm gonna have to listen to last week's episode to figure out what I gave, what name I gave. Wait!
Haha, I'm useful.
I just recalled
No, I'm not useful
that
anymore.
I wrote it on the table drawing I drew. Yulia! However, you are useful, Blink.
Yay!
Yeah. Roscoe, you come up to the door. There she stands, Yulia, ready to look after the kids again. She says to you, I had the feeling that it was about time I dropped by.
My God, you're just in time.
Like Fresco's eyes go a little widened, and he almost his head tilts back a little bit. Says, your timing is bizarre.
Yes, well, you know how it is out here.
Yes, come in,
I
please.
thought I was gonna have to leave Eddie behind. Me, I was gonna leave you behind.
She bids you adieu, Eddie. Eddie's. She bids you adieu, Joachim. She waves hello.
You about?
Koea, you're already on the couch.
I don't know why. Sorry, hold on.
I don't know why my life is like this.
I got that, don't worry about that.
There's two of everybody else, why not?
So she comes in and she says, more of the same then, right? Watch after them until you all return safely.
Yes.
Yes, but
Right.
maybe some math or something. Picture
Don't
books.
worry. And she has a book in her hand. I've brought lesson plans this time around.
Oh, thank goodness. You deserve a raise.
Indeed I do. We can speak of it later.
Might I see these?
Excuse me. My grandmother is yelling. Let me figure out why she isn't being smart about this. Brief pause.
She thinks her raise is gonna be in money, it's gonna be chicken nuggets.
Bio break, be right back.
Alrighty.
Well, everyone else is doing it.
I'm gonna succumb to peer pressure.
I already went to go take my smoke, so I'm just gonna sit here.
Get all bio breaks.
How you been? Oh,
Bro, I'm chilling. Through a lot of relationship stuff. That's done now.
the relationship stuff is done now. Like y'all are good now.
Yeah, we're good. But I got
That's
a bad
good.
for somebody who I don't think has a bad for me anymore. So, just dealing with that.
Normally, I have no problem ignoring her yelling, but I had the distinct feeling that y'all could probably hear her.
No.
No, I couldn't hear shit.
Oh, well, damn. So, nevertheless, yes, Yulia, does she present her lesson plan to you, Joachim? The basic addition and subtraction. He also is teaching them some language things, context clues and such. Reading comprehension, that's what it's called.
Let me roll. What would I roll for that? I guess straight up intelligence.
Yeah, roll for academia. And what are you trying to discern with this?
Trying to see whether it's sufficient or not.
It's
After curriculum.
reasonably sufficient. And not pushing them too hard, but you think that it'll be informative. Presuming her teaching accolades are as good as her timing.
All right. Very good. Very good. And he'll hand the paperwork back to her and head on downstairs.
All right.
Eddie,
Go
is
ahead.
preparing Yulia's raise and ask Connie if she can make 300 chicken nuggets for today.
Connie gives you a 1,000-mile stare. And
What?
says,
Still there.
to make chicken nuggets is to exist. And then get to making the chicken nuggets.
You give purpose to her life. Or
Okay.
its life, I guess.
Could you also maybe make some, like, mustard? Maybe sweetened mustard? Mm-hmm.
Connie looks out the window and says, there is art in combining flavors.
Yeah. Thanks. Connie's being
I'm starting to think the
weird.
construct might be sentient.
Connie's being weird today.
What did I miss? I heard the mustard part, but
Connie is being weird.
Connie's always weird and only makes shit food. That's
She-
what she does.
That's why she's making honey mustard to put on it.
With that insult dealt to Connie,
No,
look
he
at-
didn't say anything. He didn't say it.
well,
He's thinking
with the
it.
order dealt to Connie. All right, Koya, before we even proceed, Koya, it's been a week. What's up? Koya? Koya?
Coel?
You good, man?
Bro? Brah?
Did he step
Broski?
away?
home slice.
Oh,
My peanut butter to my
Mm.
jelly?
he heard bio, so he might have went to go do that, actually.
Ah. What's happening? Let me look something up.
He's a longer Bioware. Or he has more stairs.
My bathroom is right next to me.
Me too. Because I'm in the living room.
Ah, I'm in the office.
When I grow up, I'm gonna have an office. Ow. I just hit myself in the face with my soda.
Hey, shit happens sometimes.
You're so chill.
He's a homie.
I need to meditate more.
I do too. Take
Right.
rescue as an example.
At the waterfall.
Yeah.
You know, you guys only have 3 more rooms to do to free the imprisoned dreamer.
Sweet.
Think
Which
we'd
room
be
are we
able to
gonna
do it
pick?
today?
Yeah, all three of them. Let's go. All night. I just got work tomorrow. It's fine.
We could split the party.
Here's two hookums.
That will be difficult to
That would be
achieve.
fucking terrible.
Will there be a lot of combat?
I could kind of plan this for like not splitting up.
But there's 2 Eddies and 2 Joachims. Why wouldn't we split up?
Because there's only one Resco. And he can't.
Oh wait, Blink isn't coming. It's 22.
It's fine. He's a cat. He barely counts. No offense.
Meow.
See?
No.
He's like a sidekick. One party can have the cat as a sidekick, and the other can have a fox.
That's just 2 very different leadership roles.
And a cat can't be a leader.
Are you being speciesist?
Hey, you specious.
Oh, no.
Speaking of which, 22 will fill his kitty cat flask with more good water.
Of course.
Good water.
Can I have some good water? Is this the best water?
This water will dry you out, Eddie.
No, what kind of water is that? That's no water. Just a sip. I get dry when I drink bourbon.
You'll be alright.
Koya, on a scale of 1 to 10, how back are you? Alright, I'm gonna take that as a
I
0.
would say that falls on a 1.
Nat 1 and he hurt himself in confusion.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Well,
Good job, Blink. That
Fate
was your
tells me
lucky.
everything.
That was your lucky roll of the night.
Don't you mean unlucky?
Well, we did talk about ones just now, and then you rolled a 1. I would say that's pretty lucky.
Damn it. But I get 2 of those, so it's okay.
And not to establish from the beginning, just everyone gets some. Everyone.
You said 2, and then you rolled 2. Nice.
Fate is weird that way.
oh,
Can I go for 3?
I'll say.
Okay.
Well, no,
Not
apparently
one
not.
I mean, but if you add those up, that is 3.
Would that be
Technically, if you
4?
add them up, it's 4.
Yes.
Well, no. See, you rolled the 1, right?
If you're
And
doing the
then you rolled 2,
Fibonacci.
and then you said, like, let's see if I can get a 3. Your last roll was a 2. 2 plus 1 is
Oh.
3.
My last
This
roll
is
is a 1 again.
conspiracy theory.
Yeah. So the roll before that one was a 2. And then 2 plus 1.
I think you're doing some gymnastic stretching right now.
Oh, man. Look, you gotta make it fit the narrative.
Apparently, I'm just gonna roll 13s all night. It's fine.
Well,
At least you won't have any critical failures, you know?
Knock on wood.
we will give Koei L his moment, and when he returns. However, to not keep you all waiting. Hold on, I gotta find it downstairs. So to keep you waiting a brief bit longer, there it is. So yes, you can leave the wait downstairs until your house, and you all go.
It is
over
I
to
Blink.
I deleted the wrong person.
It is also like, oh yeah.
Oh, there
Oh,
we go.
Quail's
Oh
back.
yeah,
Yes.
it's been a week. What's up?
It has been a week. I've been in deeper meditation as per usual. Wondering about my life decisions and choices.
All right. Then
But
you
at
can
some,
leave the. Go ahead.
let's go at some point, just hears him maybe mutter that and just kind of sits down with him and just pretends to meditate for a second. He just says,
If you want some help learning how to meditate, I can show you. Actually, I'm really good at it.
Yeah, I seen him meditate one time for a whole week.
When I start, I just get in a trance.
I even stepped on him a couple of times.
I've been talking to somewhere where we can't be stepped on, preferably.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would explain the occasional, like,
Sorry, you're in the way. I didn't mean to.
No, it's my fault. I'll do it somewhere else.
So you all head downstairs. As per usual.
Well, there's
With
that
the
corner.
portal in the basement of your house seems ever receptive to your presence. You already know what to do. Go up, turn the knob, and enter the dream prison.
Go ahead, cat. Just like we talked about.
Alright, Fresco, hand me the key.
I'll hand him the key.
I'll immediately go over to the door, and realize I'm not tall enough to reach the thing.
Am I tall enough?
You can of course roll an acrobatic to see if you could leap for it. Well, the cat looks up, holding the key, and tries to make a jump for it, but just doesn't manage to hit that dial at all. It will seem that he requires a bit of help.
Something might be wrong here. Send back everyone. I'm gonna try it again.
Oh, okay, alright. You could stand on my head. Do you want to stand on my head?
Once
Yes,
again,
please.
the cat makes his leap and simply fails. Eddie feeling some variety of pity, comes over and lets the cat climb into his head, allowing him, of course, to enter the key and turn the dial. You can almost feel the pull, the suction of the realm shift, as, you know, the dream prison awaits on the other side.
Thank you, my trusty steed. Shall we move forward?
I'm the steed.
I'd say so.
I seen a movie once where I seen a play once where they turned mice into horses. So you could be the horse.
Yes, I think I've seen that.
That's one of my favorites.
Very well then, let's go.
With that, 22 leads you all into the dream. Your account?
Yeah, he said.
Alright.
You Eddie?
Yeah, I was just checking on the bathroom situation, and there's 2 men in bed together, and this is the basement bed, which I use for stuff.
Just having fun with myself. That's all. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Rush doesn't care. Eddie's just gonna splash his face with some water. It's fine. Everything's fine, Eddie. Eddie, you're fine.
As Eddie will return, his face a little sodden, you all proceed into the dream realm. And I swore I had it solved with Eddie. Let me scroll up and see if I can find it.
I called Dibs going through the store today.
Okay.
This door.
That door.
Oh no.
Which song did I decide I would use? I guess I chose that one. Yeah, that makes sense.
How many years has it been now?
As you come over, Eddie, the dream prisoner stirs strongly, not quite violently, but stirs. And his eyes peel open. He says, I don't know.
Well, alright.
I feel as if I watched kingdoms fall. The time since you all were here last.
That was not our fault, probably.
Who could say?
You're right, who could say? Who could say?
Kings will fall one way or another. But you are here to lift them back up, surely?
Surely.
Of course.
We just want access to the library.
Library. Right, the cat. Of course.
We're
Alright.
also here to help.
So, I'm sure that I can feel it. The chains are weaker. We're almost there.
Well, I would say about halfway, but
Alright. So, it says, then what shall you all do this time?
I think we should go through a door.
I
Alright, Eddie.
am partial to that idea myself.
All right. I go up and high five this man.
He can't actually high five you because his hands are chained down.
I hit his hand with my hand and say high five.
Which door do you guys want to hit next? We have this one, and we have this one, and also this one.
This one it makes a triangle, right? And this is the tip of the triangle. So therefore, this one.
This is where the triangle's right angle forms. So we should go
Yep.
this way.
Well, let's all vote.
Well, actually, if it was an acute triangle, then I think this would be the tip.
You need more than just the tip, cat.
Seems like we're at an
I believe Eddie had mentioned something about this one over here. So I think
I feel it in my soul.
Alright, this one it is.
Oh, I guess Eddie makes the decisions now. I don't know who died and made Eddie boss, but
Eddie,
not me.
so he can pick the doors, you know?
Eddie's the oldest, you said, so he picks the doors.
I won't.
Did I hear that right?
I'm older Eddie. This is brand new Eddie. Look at him. What? So you
Technically, yeah.
look at yourself.
Which
How old
one
is
is older, Eddie?
The green one, the real one. Well, the first one.
124.
No, how old is Koyo?
Oh,
Koyo is a young man.
2017.
17.
Oh, everyone's
Oh, so
young.
there's two 17-year-olds. What the fuck?
I mean, young elves.
Yep.
So,
Yeah,
Wait,
elves,
Eddie-
you're not even into adulthood.
with Eddie's two suggestion, you all pick a door, proceed through.
Which one was Blue Eddie and Fake Eddie again?
Red one with the fake Eddie, green one with the blue Eddie. I mean,
'Cause
real
Eddie's-
Eddie.
Eddie is green, and green is for OG.
Oh.
Because original green.
So, you all proceed, and as you step through these great doors, the stone floor turns to grass.
Oh, it's so beautiful here.
You find yourself at a lone house that seems to sit in a forested area. Around you, trees stretch out, and atop a ledge, the house sits. I probably could find different music for this. Let me think. What song should I go for? It's hard to say. Let me think. It's just difficult to say. Give me a moment. I gotta look up RPG towns real quick.
Play Dolly. Town
Mhm.
of Dolly. The town of Dolly.
Let's see. Let's see if it fits this situation. You know what? I'll allow it.
Guys, there's this thing. You go up first door. You want to make a dozen times. You go up and you look for either a doorbell or you knock on it. So
I'm looking for answers.
Scratch is
Okay.
harder.
I think he's right. Let's just, use a doorbell.
yeah,
There is no doorbell, but there
Sure.
is a knocker.
I'll hit the knocker against the door.
Continue scratching.
So you scratch and you knock. And after a moment, the door comes open. And a young elf steps out.
Oh my.
She says to you all, you must be here to make the decision.
Yep,
Yes.
that's us. We're the decision makers.
Absolutely.
Then please
Maybe.
follow me inside. And so
Alright.
she leaves the door open as she proceeds back inside. And you all follow her into a foyer. It's a well decorated area. She stands there peacefully. She says to you all, Do you require knowledge of how to make the decision?
Nope.
Yes.
Sure.
Who am I? Very
Any and
well.
all knowledge would be great.
2, 3 beats 1. So, it is very simple. The lords and lady of this house are trapped here until one of them is chosen to inherit the kingdom. If you choose, the one you choose will be set free, while the others will be put into stasis inside a portrait, where the new ruler will be able to seek counsel for them. What I suggest, if you would allow me to, is that you speak to each of them and decide from there which way the kingdom should go. They were sealed here because to prevent any sort of civil war, it was the idea of their family long ago to seal away their siblings until a decision can be made by an outside force. The person who rules next will surely change the course of the island. So, well, it's simple really.
What is the state of the island now?
Yes.
For now, everything is peaceful.
Is it has things digressed since these people have been trapped here?
Not at all. However, one cannot say that this will be a permanent state.
All right. So a ruler just
Well-
needs to be named,
Yes.
or a decision
Yes.
needs to be made. Okay.
Hold on, I'm responding to the foolishness in the chat. So, I'm sorry, let's go. What did you say?
I was just inquiring, like, so it's just a decision that has to be made, and you know, if there's going to be rulers, or like if there's going to be a replacement. That's all that.
Yes.
No chance.
However, they can't leave this house until a decision is made.
All right.
Sounds to me we just pick a random one and go on our way.
Hold on.
Well,
Hold on. That's a nice suggestion, but we'll ruin the entire atmosphere and political climate of this island if we do that.
But it's fake.
There is
It's all a
there-
dream.
No, it's not. If we also don't have to choose either one. We can also decide to leave it as it is, or we can free both of them, it seems.
No, you will only be able to free one of them. You
What-
are here because you are trying to end the dream, correctly? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then, unfortunately, the only way for the dream to end is for a new ruler to be chosen.
But what if we chose both of them?
There are 3 of them. And you will find that choosing more than one, assuming it was possible to begin with, would not be the wisest choice. Oh, we lost somebody.
Oh,
It was your turn.
Is there any way we can speak or hear the thoughts of the people on this?
Alas, unfortunately not. However, you can speak to the royals. If you proceed to the left, to the right, or up the stairs, you will speak to one of them.
What is your attachment to this place?
My duty is to look after the royals while they are here.
I am tasked with cooking and cleaning.
I am tasked with more than cooking and cleaning.
Yo, can we get one of you?
I'm sorry about our friend here. How about we split up and hear them out, guys?
I will ask you, as a person that has been here and waited, what is your opinion on these matters? What do you think the kingdom needs?
Long ago, when my people, when the elves first came to the island, we were treated as third-class citizens.
Mhm.
Indeed, as your frog friend asked, you could own one of us
See
for
how
the right price.
See how
But
much? Ask
that
how much you
changed some time ago because we had a ruler who was willing to change things. However, there came a point where many people got sick because one ruler made a foolish change. If I had to say, there is sometimes reason to keep things the same, and sometimes reason to let them change. I could not say of the children of the royals here who would be best.
You said one of them made a foolish choice. Do you know what?
Not any of them, but their ancestors.
What was that choice that they made?
They made a deal to receive goods through a cheaper shipping service, and the shipping service brought tainted food to the island.
What do you think could have been done to correct this?
A bit more caution, one suspects, but please, I'm not a historian, I'm only an attendant.
I understand.
She is not tasked with history.
Your frog friend is very strange.
Thank you.
Please inform him that you can no
I'm
longer
not
bite
weird.
elves on the island.
Bite? Why would I bite anyone?
I believe
Buy,
she's
purchase.
Oh. Alright. But if the price is right, am I right, Joachim?
Could you give us a short description of each of the children? Like, you know,
If you were to head... I gotta make sure. Okay. If you were to head to the left, you would meet Caden. He is the oldest of them. He is a very free-spirited man. If you head up the stairs, you would meet Jax. He is a very innovative man. And if you head to the right, you will meet... Where's her name at? Hold on, give me a moment. Linda. She believes that things that they are now are as they should be until the end of her reign. Okay. There's Joachim. Joachim,
Hi.
what you basically missed was that, royals. Talk to them, decide who should rule. If you go left, you'll meet the free-spirited Caden. If you go up the stairs, you'll meet the innovative Jax. And if you go to the right, you'll meet the, let's say, conservative Linda.
Can her name be Karen instead of Linda?
No, it's definitely going to be Linda.
Conservative, bad sounds.
So now, this attendant, she waits for you all. Of course, you can all go separate ways.
Alright, I'll go with this one first.
Alright.
Oh, by the way, I'm not going to be able to see what's happening. I can access my spell sheet or my character page because I had it open, and I can do rolls from there because I have the dice roll beta, but that's about it.
Alright.
So
Then I'll say this. Which way do you want to go, Joachim? North, west, or east?
I don't know anything. So
Alright.
all I know, I came in like with the names, and then I
Well-
didn't really hear much about that.
Essentially, Caden is to the west, Linda is to the east, and Jax is to the north.
Yeah, but like, what are we doing?
Choosing
Picking
the
a new
royal-
ruler
Choosing
When
the
that was
royal
on the
and
way.
ending a dream.
yes.
and buying a slave.
No, we're not doing that.
Alright then. So we'll go left first. We'll go in order. So
Hey, 22 went right first. But go ahead.
indeed, I meant order as in clockwise.
Third.
So, Eddie, Resco, you proceed to the left, and you find that the house changes here. From the stone house into something of a garden or grotto.
He looks like a hippie.
In this grotto, you see a man, his hair blue, but on the darker side, his face unshaven. And more than anything, he sits completely naked. As you come in, He is humming to himself in meditation.
Well, we
Hello.
shouldn't bother him. Let's look at the vegetables.
So, Eddie, you go over, you find cabbages, carrots, and wheat.
I would like a
Everyone's gone.
cabbage.
I'll look at the veggies with Eddie.
As you look at them, find these veggies, they look to be in pretty good condition, and you have there is a distinct strong scent of fertilizer coming from around this area.
Can I pluck a cabbage out of the ground?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, Eddie, actually, I would like you to roll a survival. Let's see how well you can draw this cabbage without destroying it. Alright, I'll say with that, you are able to pull the cabbage out with only slight difficulty. It seemed, for the most part, undamaged.
Yes.
What do you think, Eddie?
What? Of the cabbage? It looks great.
Alright.
Would you like some? It should be
Uh,
boiled first, probably. But coleslaw.
I'll take a piece of it and I guess bite it to see how it tastes.
Go ahead and roll a d20. See if you like the taste of the cabbage.
Alright. Oh,
You don't like this cabbage. You feel it probably is be better to be cooked. Maybe cleaned off first. Eddie did rip it after fertilizer-rich soil.
I'm not sure if I rolled that right. Because I put DR, so I don't know if it actually rolled it.
Oh, maybe it didn't. Okay, go ahead and roll it again. This is just for fluff after all. Alright, yes. So despite the fertilizer and a little bit of dirt, this isn't a bad cabbage. It has a very nice, sweet taste to it.
Okay, so it's not like badly planted or anything.
Indeed. It seems to have been gardened by somebody who knows how to work earth.
I'll dip my toes in the water.
Hello, sir.
And you say
There's
hello,
There's a waterfall.
and as Eddie dips his toes into the water, the man, his eyes peel open, and lets out a breath. Hello, friend. You must be here to let us out of this place. Well, one of us, right?
We're here to make a decision.
Indeed, that's right. Well, let me tell you my pitch. And he gestures toward the grotto around you, and he said, "This is a lovely place, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I believe that our island could be far, far more lovelier. See, as it is now, there's a lot of industrialization. But I want to allow the people of the island to reconnect with the land. Survive as our ancestors did long before the island was transformed. I believe there should be more wilderness, more of a chance for us to strive, you know?"
Okay. What do you think of war?
It's bad, honestly. We can't keep killing each other. The only time you're supposed to die and when it's time for us to enrich the earth. When I die, I want my body to be left in the wild so that the animal can pick from it, and so that what is left can fertilize the ground and the world gets healthier. I shouldn't have to stab a man to make anything better. It's the wrong way to go about things, you know?
Yeah. Tell me, in a situation where you were starving and the only way to survive was to kill a creature, what would you do?
Well, let's not make it about me. Tell me, am I alone, and am I the only one starving there?
Cannibalism.
You are?
In that case, well, I think if I was to be honest with you, I'd see how long I could go without doing it. And then I'd try to avoid killing. You see, creatures die every day, so all I need to do is wait. And then and the world will provide for me.
Alright. How do you feel about working together with other people?
It's the only way to make the world better.
What if those people believed entirely different ideas? How would you find a compromise?
Sometimes all you can do is really sit down and talk to them, you know? But sometimes you can't meet a compromise. Maybe someone wants war when you want peace. But you can't go to war with them. You can't sacrifice your people just to sate their appetites.
What if you were to have to rule a nation with a person like that?
Then, to be honest with you, I'd probably step down. Nobody needs to die because of me.
What I mean to ask is, in this situation, given there was two people that were ruling one nation, and in that case, if you were to step down, that would just give the other person more authority. How would you better handle that situation?
What I would do is put advisors in roles that when I step down, they'll make sure that the other person doesn't go too far. But you know, you can't force a eagle to swim. You can't force a salmon to fly.
The way I see it in life, there's different people with different experiences, and yeah, some people have done bad things and will do bad things, but there's a chance that everyone can do that. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is if you would be willing to cooperate with someone that is difficult.
Absolutely. We should always be able to talk so long as we're able to make words.
Alright.
Alright. Then, as you two are having a conversation with Caden, Koya, you went up the stairs, right?
I did.
Right, so Koya, you went up the stairs and you find yourself in a very interesting room. A man with glasses is at a work table, looking over scrolls and paperwork. He seems very busy. He checks a clock, writes something on the board. He's moving around. He checks a different clock. He looks at some taxidermy butterflies, goes over to a bookshelf, checks more papers, another clock, eats a piece of bread, writes something on the board. He's very busy.
Hello?
Hold on. Who are you? Why are you in here?
Well, I came
Hold
here.
on. Keep your distance.
What?
Keep your distance.
It's fine. I'm safe.
You don't sound like you believe that yourself.
I'm just concerned why you're distancing yourself. Look, let me introduce myself. My name is Koiel, and me and my group have come here to, alleviate your problem, which will.
I have an important question for you.
Yes.
How many of the people in your group are actually in your head?
I'm sorry?
You say you came with a group, but you're here alone, so I'm asking you, are you seeing people?
I'm not seeing people. We just took different paths, and unfortunately, I'm the only person who decided to come up here.
I think I get it now. You're the person who's supposed to be letting us out. All right, listen.
Uh-huh.
What was your name again?
Koiel.
Koya, look around you. What do you see?
parchment, bottles, clocks.
What you see, Koel, are the pieces for innovation. You see, my siblings, they don't understand. We are in a world of magic. And we're not really using that magic. Koel, listen. What if I told you that I could make a levitating carriage that could get you somewhere that a horse would take 2 hours to get you in 13 minutes?
That sounds nice, but I'm not really very big on magic.
Well, Koel, what do you like? Let me guess. You like strolls in the park, right?
Actually, a stroll in the park is kind of nice. I really like to listen to the birds and let the animals walk by.
Well, what if I told you I could make something that could capture the sound of the park, and so even when you're in your home, you can hear it?
But it wouldn't be the park; it'd just be the sound of the park.
You're gonna make this difficult, aren't you? Alright, how about this? Let's say you want to get something to eat. But you eat all of it, most of it. But you want to put the rest of it away, store it for later. What if I told you I could make a device that could keep your food fresh?
That sounds like a really good idea, actually.
Exactly. And that's what I'm basically trying to tell you. Let me out of this place. Let me have access to my kingdom's resources, and I can innovate the world.
But, okay, I understand that most of these inventions are helpful, I guess, with expediting normal processes, but what about what the people want?
Well, don't you think the people would want some fresh box to have in their house?
Well, maybe, but they might want something else. Maybe not just innovation.
What are you suggesting there? Let's talk. He goes back over to some of his paper, tosses them around, finds one that's blank, pulls out an ink pen, clicks it, and he says, "Go on, what do you have in mind?"
Okay, I'll sit across from, or stand across from. Well, I don't think innovation is bad. I like the ice box. I'll call it an ice box.
I was thinking of fresh box, actually.
Fresh box.
Yes,
Okay,
fresh,
box.
because it keeps your food fresh.
Oh, you're right. That sounds better. Okay, fresh box. But I like the fresh box. That would be nice. You know, is it big? Is it small?
I was figuring varying sizes.
Well, that's pretty useful. But, you know, not just fresh boxes. Like, you know, the more resources you use to make all this stuff, where are you gonna pull all of that from?
See, we're going to start by going into the family's reserves. From there, we're going to demonstrate our advancement to the rest of the world. Those levitating carriages I told you about. Did I mention that they could be moved without the use of a horse?
Didn't mention that.
Yeah. Now, it's going to start like this. We're going to make the levitating carriages. I'll call them levy cars. And we're going to distribute them around the island. Everyone's going to get one for free. Then, when people visit the island and they see them, they're going to take interest in them. We're going to sell our product, to other nations. It will enrich it will be brilliant.
That sounds great.
But I'm hearing a but.
But these levy carts or fresh boxes, these cool inventions you're coming up with, wouldn't that require a lot of people to make them? And
of course they will.
A lot of resources put into them.
Absolutely.
Are you sure that everybody's gonna want a levitating cart?
Maybe not, but I won't force it upon anybody. And think about it, it'll give jobs to all the people, all the metal workers. Right now, they waste their time making armor and weapons, but imagine the work they can put to enrich the lives of everyone on the island.
So they just quit their current jobs? What about their lives?
Well, it'll be up to them. I won't force anyone to work. However, those who do will be paid handsomely.
So, and this is just if, but you know, I'm talking to you like you could be a future ruler, so this could happen. You know, keep in mind. What if nobody wants to help you?
Huh, well, I'll be a diplomat. I can work it out. I'll find people who do want to help.
As in,
Listen, my ancestors ended the ability to purchase people on the island. I'm not going to start that again or enslave anybody. If you want to work with me, then I'll pay you to do it. If not, I'll look into hiring people off the island. I imagine there are a lot of destitute people out there who'll be willing to learn a trade to help. They'll be given free housing, they'll be provided with food, and we'll innovate the world. It's going to be brilliant, Koyel. Think about it. How about a boat that does not require sails to move?
it's a lot. They sound like everything sounds like a great idea. Really, it does. It's just. Don't really seem to care much about the people.
The people will be better. It will be all right. What if I told you this?
Mm-hmm.
I could make buildings whose sole purpose is to package food so they can be shipped over to any part of the island, even the most remote area. That the people there will be able to eat fresh food, and they'll be able to store the leftovers in the fresh boxes.
You know, I'll come back with the rest of my group, and we'll all hear out your fresh boxes and
Levy card.
yes, levy cards, right?
All right, then you get your group. And while you're having this conversation with him, Koyel, 22, you and Eddie the second enter the final room. And in there, a woman sits comfortably on the throne. She's reading over a small book as you enter the room. As you enter the room, she peeks over the book and she says, "So you're the people here who are supposed to decide if we should leave or if we should stay?"
You're seeing a frog and a cat, and that's the first thing you come up with?
Well, normally frogs and cats don't walk into the room. The only one that really comes in here is Irma. Or if Caden is feeling bold, he'll come out of his water hole and bother me.
Water hole.
Let me just get straight to the point. You have to decide if one of us is meant to be the ruler. I will be the ruler. I will have access to the family's fortune. You make me the ruler, I'll make you very rich.
I have no interest in money, but I am interested in knowledge.
Well,
How about then, I'll provide you with the best scholar in the world.
Specific knowledge.
You're asking for a lot, Cat. What about you, Frog?
I'm good with the money. I guess I could use it. I started a business recently, actually.
Then you need it all the more so. So here's what you're going to do, Frog.
No.
You're going to tell Irma to let me out.
Hold on. Hold on. I dig around in my robe. So start over. What is an Irma?
Irma will be the elf you met when you came in.
Oh, the lady you could buy. Got it.
You know what? Do you want to buy a person?
Do not answer that, Eddie.
Well, alongside the money or instead of the money?
Both.
No, yeah, what? Sure, yeah.
Well, you can't have Irma. We aren't going to sell people like that. However,
That's
I
right.
know places where you can get people
Okay.
for low prices too. I can connect you with those providers, if you will. However, only after you tell Irma to release me.
No. All right. What do you think, Cat?
Something doesn't feel right here for some reason.
Cat, I will give you 23 pounds of catnip.
Well, I guess we should talk to Irma.
Yeah. Well, hold on. You said something wasn't right. Do you still feel that way? Do you need more to sweeten the deal? She gave me 2 things.
This just seems too easy. All we have to do is choose somebody.
Yeah, to rule the kingdom, and she's doing it how it is already done, and that should be fine. They'll be in the same boat they already are in. The boat.
What kingdom are you ruling?
It's the Isle of the Turn.
What is your name?
Linda.
What are you planning to do?
To rule the kingdom.
How?
Yeah.
The same way my parents did before me.
Yeah, you didn't listen to the slave?
She is not a slave.
She sounds like a slave. Can she leave?
Yes, the moment one of us is chosen, she'll be free to go.
Yeah,
So, if you want to release her, you should go and tell her that you chose me.
How is the kingdom being run right now?
Well, considering all of the royals are currently sealed in here, it's not.
So, are you just not going to do anything?
Well, if you let me out, I can do plenty.
No, but the way things are the things are going to be. How are things?
Perfectly fine. Everybody can eat. No one's starving. There's no war. Pirates are kept off the island. Do you want me to file you an entire royal report?
Sure, go ahead, and then we can compare notes. That's what Resco will probably need, honestly, because he... Ooh.
Resco, right? Well, listen to me, Frog. You seem smart. You're fairly handsome. Do you take orders from this Resco? Or does he take orders from you?
No. I'm the boss, but he needs convincing. Because he's
you're the boss, but one of your underlings needs convincing?
Yeah, because I don't have slaves. That's how not slaves work. Haha, surprise.
Frog, what is your name exactly?
Eddie the Frog.
Eddie the Frog.
Second.
A queen, from one queen to a future king. You don't have to take any sort of rebellion from people who serve under you. This Resco, was it?
Yes.
Do you think Resco can tell you that you're not making a good deal?
He tells me a lot that I'm not making good deals, actually.
And how many deals did you turn down because he told you weren't making good ones?
A couple.
And I don't suppose you'll ever be able to make those deals again, huh?
No, the people are gone now.
See? Eddie the Frog, you have to start making decisions for yourself. It's just, if this Resco part, did he come here with you?
Yeah, okay, forget about Resco. How much money are we talking about?
Well, you'll be friends with a queen.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna talk numbers with you until you fulfill your end of the deal.
Well, this doesn't sound like business then. This sounds like a scam.
See, you're so much smarter than this Resco person makes you out to be.
I know.
Tell me something, Eddie the Frog. How would you like to be able to buy an entire city?
I would very much like to buy a lot of things.
Well, how about this? Have you ever heard of a blank check?
Ooh. No, tell me more.
It is something that will be provided to you, and you'll be able to write whatever number you want on it. As long as it's in reason, of course. Now, let's say you come into a nice, pretty town and you think to yourself, I would sure love this place to be called Eddie the Town.
Eddie the Town.
You can
Ooh.
contact me and I will provide you with all the money necessary to buy the entire town up. How would you like it if everybody in that town was forced to call you King Eddie?
Ooh.
You were talking about wanting slaves. It'll be your town.
No.
Everyone will be-
I don't have slaves.
Of course, not yet. You don't.
No. No slaves. Nope.
Sailor, no
Not me.
slaves. Still, everybody in Eddie the Town worshiping Eddie the Frog. Even long after you're gone, they'll be singing songs to your name.
And what does the cat get?
46 pounds of catnip.
Glad you
something
doubled
else.
that.
Something else also. I get
What?
2 things. He deserves 2 things. He's
I
my
deserve
friend.
access to your libraries and all of your smartest people in the kingdom.
Of course, the Isle of the Turn is open to you if you ever come there. And every last library, every last scholar, yours. At your beck and call. They'll even scratch behind your ear for you.
That will not be necessary.
You say that now, but we can get the best ear scratchers.
That will not be necessary. And 22 will look around thinking about it.
Then we have a deal, right?
Scratches. Yeah, you know you like that.
He will fall down to the ground and purr angrily.
Now, Eddie, when you go back into the foyer, remember, you are the boss of this group. You make the decision. And you are gonna tell Irma to let me out, right?
Because of no wars, no pirates, and no famine.
Exactly.
Did you draw up any documents while we were talking so I could show Resco? Proof?
Eddie the Frog, are you really going to answer to this Resco person?
When I say something, it means something. And I need it to mean something.
To be fair, he's very stubborn.
Fine. So she stands up. She goes over to her bookshelf. She says, what do you want me to write in this?
I look at the cat.
I suppose tell him whatever he wants to hear, so... Tell him that yes, there's no war, no famine. Everyone's
Well,
treated equal.
That's what she said, though. That's true. We're not lying.
Yes, that's what she said.
She's writing all of this down, tears it out, signs it at the bottom. She says, here, give this to your Resco. This problem should be solved, right?
I suppose so.
Okay.
Then I look forward to being queen and doing business with you all.
Yes, yes.
Oh. Alright. Thanks.
And as we're walking out, I'll just like quietly whisper to Eddie, just saying like, I'm pretty sure she's lying about that.
Did you check?
I don't care to.
No. Oh, boy. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Look into my eyes. Right.
She looks into your eyes, Eddie.
I think it's insight though.
You look at her, she has very beautiful blue eyes. Eddie,
Whatever all that gets me.
as you think about her beautiful blue eyes, you look into them and you see her, you know her, you feel what she told you, she believes it to be true, but you don't know how much she actually surveyed her land. She certainly told you that there's no famine, war, but how could she possibly know it all?
But,
Thanks. Sorry.
well,
And she looked at you. Are we done then?
I guess. So, are you gonna send people to check on your people to make sure that your people are peopling and hungry, not hungry?
Of course, absolutely. Why would I not?
I don't know.
Damon,
I just...
Yes.
I gotta go to sleep.
Damn. Well,
Sorry, but Koiel, just for future reference for everybody, most likely Koiel would probably side with Nature Dude. So,
all right. Then,
you guys have a good night.
Good night.
Good night too, Albert.
It's good to have you.
So we'll
Take care,
say, as you all return to the foyer, Koiel sits down and meditates on what he heard.
I feel like he made a few good points, but I feel like he lacked something. You know.
I feel like he means well, but he's very idealistic, and if none of his crops grew, he wouldn't have the backbone to go to industry to save his town. You know?
Yes.
Okay. As long as we're on the same page.
All right.
We must congregate to discuss this in the corner.
Give you all a moment.
Oh yes, please.
Of course.
Yeah.
Allow me to step aside.
Thank you. All right. How are the other people?
So, he had a lot of really great ideas, as Eddie said, but it seems like there's just certain parts that are lacking. He has a lot of the things we would want in a leader, but there's certain pieces that we're missing. Honestly, so the way I'm looking at this, I want to get to know the aspects of all three different people, and I want to see if there's a way that we can bring any of these rulers together, if that's a possibility.
I'm pretty sure the lady said we can't.
Well, I think from what I understood, it seems like we just need to make a decision about who can leave and who stays, right? Because as long as that happens, as long as that decision is made, whoever rules the country can rule the country. So my suggestion and thought right now, and we can change it moving forward depending on what you all think, is we could create a type of council with specific limitations. That way, instead of having just one person rule over this kingdom, these people with their different ideas and their ways of approaching problems would be pushed into a situation where their experience and knowledge is weighed, and perhaps there's someone or another group of people that looks at those decisions and makes a decision on what to do.
I vote the human from the right. She seems to have the best grasp on the country and has a very intelligent mind to her.
Yeah, we have this document that we drew up of what she agreed on for the country, and what she already has in place, or will back up to have in place once she becomes in power. I hand it to Rescue.
I'll look at the document, and one of the things specifically I'm going to look for is how delicate the handwriting is.
It is very delicate. You could tell that she has a very soft hand. Basically, the pen glided across the paper as she wrote upon it.
Do I get the feeling that she wrote it fast or methodically?
Fast, but there is order to the speed.
Okay. Well, either way, I think since we're all making a decision on this, we should all talk to every ruler before we come to a decision.
22, you look around, nothing seems off about this room. It seems very comfortable. Alright.
Very well then.
Go ahead.
Good.
I was gonna say, go ahead, Eddie. I believe you were about to say something.
Well, the Eddies can talk to each other. And they have the same brain.
They share one brain cell together.
Yeah. Sometimes it sparks.
So presumably, as the Eddies talk to each other, let's go. You made your stance clear. You want to meet everyone.
I ask if there's any objections that anyone has.
You can go meet the others. I've already made up my mind.
Koyama opens his eye and he says that he believes that you are making a wise choice with your desire to meet everyone first.
I mean, I'll go talk to the engineer with you if you want.
Koyama closes his eye again and he turns to his meditation.
Let's see. Oh, 22, can I ask what your basis is on that?
Basis is on what?
How can you make a determination of which of these is most fit to rule this kingdom, only meeting one person? That person might seem to have good qualities about them, but we aren't being fair to the others if we judge them based on their appearance when we're not judging the others based on any appearance and only bias of that one person, right?
Well, she said no wars, no pirates, no famine. I don't know how much better you're gonna get than that. That sounds pretty sweet. I would live in that town.
The one on the left also has no interest in wars or famine. In fact, that person is willing to put his life on the line for his people, and
well, he didn't quite say that.
Let's just think this through for a little while. Based on what you said and the elf said, the person on the left had a more affinity towards nature, and there's a high chance of that failing. The one on top is probably going to spend all of the money that could be used on important things, on things like research and development, which won't exactly feed an entire nation of people. To the right, we have a person that will leave things just the way they are.
And the way things were before, with just the way they are, that's what got us here. That's what led them to the situation.
Perhaps so, but I prefer comfortableness rather than a destruction of a nation.
Here's what I'm suggesting, and why I'm saying it. All these pieces are parts of a puzzle, right?
Well, say we'll go with your idea, and say by some magic all three of them can rule. The problem is that none of the three of them are ever going to agree because they have such different viewpoints of how it should be run. So instead of a little good happening, nothing good will happen because they will always be in a standoff with each other and not push anything forward.
And that's
for it
why
to happen.
We have another party. So even if no decisions are made, then that simply means the other party will make a decision.
Well,
consider me firm in my point. You can do whatever you would like, Resko.
If they have to agree for something to happen, then that... There's no other party.
Kat, why are you so firm on this? So
She had a
firm.
backbone, I liked her. And
Are
I
you
don't
saying-
usually like...
Are you insinuating I have an ulterior motive?
Not necessarily, but it seems like you're just wanting to kind of jump the gun on this nation.
Yes, because I always think things through and I try to make sure that the best decision is made. That's my character.
But I don't see how we're doing that if we're not even approaching the end.
Resko. I talked to her too. I liked her. No famine, no pirates, no war. She'll keep things how it is. People will be happy and healthy. And if we go changing things with inventions or trying to get rid of the industry we already have. We're going backwards.
Let me ask you a question, Eddie. So you like different kinds of water, right?
Yes, I love water.
Would you prefer to have one water for your entire life and only ever have that one specific kind of this water from only one place, always the same exact water, which is familiar, but the same water, only that water in no different way than you had your entire life and just that same water? Or would you like to experience a variety of different water, different kinds, with different tastes and different feelings, that some make you feel alive and some make you think and some make you sad, and sometimes they bring you joy in life because it's an experience that you like, but it's in a different way? Which of those sounds
I would prefer knowing when I wake up tomorrow I will have water, and not waking up tomorrow and having the chance to have tea, or the chance to have coffee, or the chance that I might not get water the next day because something has changed, which means I'm losing my water, which I usually would have today.
But whatever.
Because you're not offering water or water. You're offering water or the chance to maybe not get more water. There might not be no more water if there's if the industry, there's no industry, the farm fails, there's no food. Now what? He said he would starve before he kills an animal. What is he gonna do if pirates invade? Everyone's dead. That's it. The end. Goodbye. Kaput.
That's why I'm saying we make a council. I'm not saying put anything on all these people, but they all have.
One person has to leave, and two, I guess maybe two could stay. Then it's 50-50. They split, and nothing ever happens.
Wait, where are you getting this idea?
Someone has to stay. Go in a painting. All three can't.
Is that a rule?
Yes, Irma did say that the people who do not leave, the ones who are not allowed to leave, will be sealed in a painting, and that the ruler will be able to seek counsel from there if they see fit.
But there's some rule that we couldn't just let them all out?
Well, she never said anything about that.
Okay, so it's just the only people that we don't let out are left here.
Indeed.
So we can let them all out. Depending, we just have to establish some rules so that they would actually work together. And if we just,
Irma walks back over and she says, "You all are in a very heated discussion, so I just wanted to remind you, the purpose of this area is to prevent Silver War from coming to our island."
Yes.
She nods, bow, says back to her corner.
Wait, what's a Silver War?
Civil.
Oh! As I said once before.
Character.
No. As I said once before, keeping things as the way it is the worst way. I mean, that is the best way to solve things.
Well, even if we don't make the right decision, they can talk to them, their paintings, for advice.
Not sure if it works that way, Eddie.
That's what they just said. Why isn't... No one's listening.
Their own way. But if we create an area where they can't just have it their own way, then they'd be using all of their ideas.
You're insinuating that we get them to work together, two of them being sealed here, and then one of them being free.
No, I'm insinuating they all leave, and they all are free, and they work together.
The rest of you are possibly optimistic.
Optimistic.
Because they're not going to work together. One guy's going to say, let's have all industry and have all invention. One guy's going to say, let's have no industry or inventions and all plants.
That's why it works, you see.
What?
here's the part. They all have clashing ideas. And that means that
They're not gonna split the village in 3 and say, you do what you want here.
No, that's not the point. Is they just
They might, actually.
differences so that, and then they have to come to a conclusion, and if they don't come to a conclusion, a separate group will.
Where are you getting this separate group from?
Well,
Do you have more people?
I have 2 suggestions. One, which might be more logical, is simply the country comes to a vote on it. And the other is, well, I mean, you have Irma here.
She deserves to be free. She's gonna go home. She's a slave.
If nothing else, we could just do the country thing.
Why are we here then? Why didn't the country just vote?
Well, they want some kind of people to help them with those decisions. We're here just because, we need to make some kind of decision, and we want our decision to be a wise one, right? Something that's good for the nation. It has something that we can feel good at the end of the day, like when we walk away.
No pirates.
I'm sure none of these people probably want pirates in their nation.
Well, the guy up there kind of sounded like pirates would be cool.
Did you talk to him?
No, Koyel told me all about it.
Did he?
Yep.
What?
Before he was meditating.
I walked in here with you. I didn't see that happen.
I felt it
Elf.
in my heart.
Koya will open his eyes and he'll say that the man he spoke to, Jack, he seems like he has a lot of bright ideas in his mind about like things like levy carts and fresh boxes and things that can hold the sound of the park so you can listen to it while you're at home. And so he didn't say anything about wanting pirates, though. He even said how he would give people jobs and stuff, and if no one wants to work, he'll outsource. He'll get people
To pirates!
He'll call in people from other islands and nations who want to work, who need places to stay.
Pirates.
Listen, here's my thoughts. So your person on the right, here's where the structure all fits in, okay? The person on the right understands what this country was like before, and they know what's important, right? They have an understanding, but they're also stuck in the past to an extent, right? So they can't make important improvements that they need to do to keep up with the rest of the world. Then you have the person at the top, who is a pragmatic. This person wants to innovate and push the boundaries, but they can create amazing things. Now, their weakness is they might want to push things too far in directions that they can't even begin to understand. And then we have the person on the left, who is against violence and acts as a sort of a moral compass for the other two, and it keeps them in check. It keeps them looking at solutions to ideas, and they balance each other out.
Okay, if it were possible for all 3 of them to get out, then I vote for that. However, if it is not possible, the person on the right is the person I choose.
Okay.
Can we
So,
decide now?
Should we meet the other ones first, or decide? Are you dead set on just deciding this now?
You seem to be adamant about this, and I've known you for a little while, and I don't think I can change your mind.
All right. I just don't want to take any. Is this all
I
done?
don't think it's possible for us to let all 3 of them out.
Is it possible to let...
Irma says, look at the flowers on the wall. She turns to you and she says, potentially, but you would have to get them to agree to work with each other. So long as civil war can be avoided, everything should be fine.
Are we able to put rules in place for them to follow?
Not
Dictatorship
unless
by
you're
Rusko.
gods, I'm afraid. They have their own will. They will do what they see fit, but perhaps you could approach it in a way that they haven't approached it before.
Eddie, would you mind using your Gios for me?
Are you talking to this Eddie?
I'm talking, yes, the green Eddie.
Yeah, I would never. What are you? For what? For Resco? I would never. What is wrong with you?
Just to make things a little bit more easier. If we Gios them all into agreeing with each other, then they would have no choice.
For 30 days.
That and Wesco doesn't have to know that.
I would never. I can't do that. I can't do that to Resco. He's my friend.
Hang on. Yeah, well. Are you lying?
No.
Meanwhile, Irma says, beforehand, they never really tried to talk to each other about their differences. They each want the kingdom for their own reason, but perhaps you all could convince them otherwise.
That would require talking to each of them.
Go ahead, Resco. Talk to them all you want.
I simply want to say, they won't all enter this room at the same time, but I do encourage you to talk to each of them. It would be better than making a rash or hasty decision.
You're a hasty decision.
I can't ask that because I can't. Well, I'll walk over and since I am hearing it, just be like, can they all walk into the same room at the same time?
They most certainly can. Yes, in fact, Caden will often leave his grotto and go to speak to Linda, though she does not seem ever happy to have his company. Jax will lock his door so that none of them can come in.
Eddie, buddy, friend. Remember that time when your simulacrum helped me reach the door handle to open up this portal?
Yeah?
Now I need you to do me a favor.
Actually, what?
I'm gonna need for you to do me a favor.
The one on top.
Me?
Say
Yes,
again,
yes.
Resco?
It seems like we need to convince the other one on top to have a willingness to work with them.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Of the three of them, Linda is the most diplomatic. Jax is focused. I believe you could approach her first. And theoretically, you could convince her to make some sort of agreement with Jax. Caden will be difficult. Linda does not simply dislike him entering her room because of his beliefs. She does like him entering because he tracks dirt. And I mean that literally and metaphorically.
Ah, that's concerning. All right.
But she bows, she curtsies to you and she says, alas, I can't offer any more input. It is not my duty to choose. It is the duty of the outsiders too. If I was to make a choice, one would assume that I am biased and that could cause the civil war we're trying to prevent.
All right.
Eddie.
So-
Eddie,
No.
how would you like to visit your people in the swamp?
These people, you said the ruler on the right was great, right? So
Yes. Great.
Yes, very amazing.
I mean, I didn't talk to her, but he said it was great, and I trust him with my life because he is me.
I understand she's diplomatic. So what I'd like to do is talk with her about her ability to kind of work with everyone and see if we can come to a conclusion that would be best for the nation as a total. Something all of them would enjoy.
I watched this play one time where 4 nations ruled the world, and it was great. Everyone was in harmony until one nation. I didn't like the situation anymore, and then civil war ensued.
That's sad.
So I'm afraid that we might get them to agree now, but maybe later they'll decide that they're unhappy with the situation of sharing.
It's interesting. That play you said. Actually, I think the way it ends is, the conflict is resolved and all the nations come together in a way they never even did before, and it was a great harmony.
How many years? And it wasn't that generation; it was the next generation.
It still happened eventually.
So
I think it was 2 generations later.
the whole point is to stop civil war, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why, if nothing happens, then, we always do have the option of leaving things as they are, or we can have them all just kind of, work
Who's
together.
ruling the nation right now? How long has this been going on?
That is a
Nobody.
good question how they make decisions. How does the nation make decisions?
Arma takes a step back, she says. I don't have the rest go. She takes a step back, she says. Currently, there is a regent in command. They aren't exactly allowed to make any grand decisions, but they are allowed to make decisions that would protect the welfare of the country.
Can you give an example of a decision they've made?
Such as decreasing the taxes on goods brought into the nation to encourage more people to trade with us.
Okay.
So could that be the outside council that you want them to consult, Resco?
That would actually be a good idea.
And he had a good idea.
Built on itself, these people that can make these decisions. So as long as we have those people in existence, what's a back and forth council? If they can't come to a decision, well, the country is done fine on its own so far.
And they have the people's best interests in mind, according to this lady.
Yes. So, alright. I guess we can meet with the lady on the right and see if there's any diplomacy we can come up with to the point where we could release all 3 of them and just have them in a position where they aren't ruling the nation. Or rather, they're just like a council.
Well, they would be like a head, and then they would have a council consult or to veto, so to say.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Do you think the solution we're discussing now, do you think that's feasible?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to Eddie. She says, I believe that anything could be possible. It's just a matter of how you sell it to them.
Alright. Okay.
I'll go in with you, Reska.
Okay.
So you two, after an extended discussion, you two head into Linda's room.
I'll head into.
What?
I guess I'll also come, maybe. I don't want to stand here.
22 and Eddie 1 on your tail. You come in, and Linda, she sits at a table. She smiles brightly to you, Eddie, and you, 22, and she says, "Oh, look at this, Eddie. It would seem you have a very equally handsome brother."
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
Our friend Resco here wanted to make a diplomatic choice with you.
You are Reska. You know your friends came here a moment ago, and they spoke of how wise and discerning you are. I am actually absolutely happy to meet you. Come, step up to my table. I'm sorry I don't have any chairs for you to sit in.
I'm gonna discern. Like that seems a little strange that my friends are referring to me as very wise and discernful.
You get the feeling that that's not exactly how they described you, but you also get the feeling that she understands that you are sort of the moral compass for the group.
So we're trying to come to a decision now, and I have an interest in putting you in a position of power right now, but I want to make sure what we do is in the nation's best interests.
She nods to you. She says, "Of course you are. That's what makes you one of the wiser ones here. Which is not to say that any of your friends isn't wise either. So let me cut right to the point. I am best fit to be queen. I know what you're thinking. My brothers probably said the same thing. Well, nevertheless, they probably said the same thing. However, I know my stuff. My mother always took me in the most because I picked up lessons easier. Caden, he's a bit of a, let's say, what's a good way to phrase this? A pigeon. Do you know what I mean?
A bit.
And Jax, he is in his books. Me, I know the kingdom. I know how to rule. So you want to put someone in charge. How about you make that someone me?
She does feel like she has backbone.
What I would like to do, and I understand it's good that you have backbone, but I also know it seems you all have a certain familiarity with the kingdom, and you understand the old ways of the kingdom, and you have a lot of experience. Like, you know what has failed in the past and what has succeeded. But I think that your brothers also have a lot of very good ideas of ways that we can make your kingdom survive as the world progresses. We want your kingdom to advance so that you know its influence can kind of spread, and we want to do that in a way that isn't destructive to your nation, and like we want to build relationships with other nations moving forward, right? So
absolutely.
Obviously you wouldn't want to do that in a way that could be destructive or vilify your nation, right? So what I'd like to do is bring together your combined experiences, like the morality of the person on the left, the especially the technical kind of experience and the innovation of your brother up to the top, and then your kind of understanding of like ruling and kind of your perspectives, and I'd like to bring those together on a council that you already have an established council that's ruling the nation as of now. So if there's any way we could negotiate to bring you together to make, so what I would like to have happen is you all make decisions as one. So at least two of you would have to agree on a specific decision, right? And if you do not agree on a decision, then that simply means that the council, the other council that you already have, would make a decision in your place.
She sits back. She says, You're as wise as your friend said you were. I have a suggestion.
Mhm.
If you can convince Jax that would be wise, then it could absolutely work out. As for Caden, he may seem like the peaceful and cautious type, but to be honest with you, he'll be satisfied if I promise to create a nature reserve. I assure you he is not meant to rule. However, I am willing to listen to his ideas for peace and such. You would nearly need to convince Jax.
Alright. What do you feel is the issue that between you and Jax? What do you think would prevent him from agreeing with that?
She rolls her eyes and she says, Have you ever had siblings?
I haven't, honestly.
Well, Jack and I and
I
Kate-
do.
Well, then you probably understand, Eddie. The way it is for siblings, it's like there can be problems that persist from childhood. Let's pretend, for example, that Jax had his favorite toys and such. And let's pretend that when I was younger, I had the tendency to break those things. Jax may have never gotten over that.
But surely you wouldn't break anything
Absolutely not.
in a nation.
Anything Jax wants to create at this point would be not simply a toy for himself, but a product of our nation. I would never do anything to damage it. You have a feeling that she's telling you the truth. She would not. What she said indeed was her brattiness as a child, and she has moved past it.
See, it looks like that she has the ability to grow as a person, which could reflect on her ability to grow a nation. I like that.
Alaska, you seem to be deep in thought, but may I ask you simply one question?
Yes.
If Caden is not willing to agree with your plan, are you prepared to leave him inside of the portrait?
Well, if so, say he was left inside of said portrait. Would you consult with him on
Absolutely.
ideas for your nation and such?
Of course. Before me, my mother would always consult with her older brother. He was a bit of an aggressive one and sought to use our powerful navy to conquer nearby islands, and it was necessary to strip him away. However, in times of danger, his military knowledge came in handy for her. Similarly, Caden's knowledge would come in handy for me. And Jax, of course.
Alright, well, moving forward for this, I need to make sure there's a perspective.
Of
So-
course.
No one here would be ruling the nation as just a sole entity. You either come to a conclusion together, or not at all.
I will happily welcome my brothers into the throne room with me, and will be sure to bring all decisions by them and seek their agreement before enacting anything.
Okay. Looking her just deep in the eyes.
You have the feeling that she worded that in a very specific way. She certainly will bring her brothers in and seek their counsel. However, she still will see herself as the ruler of the island.
I'm not sure if you're getting the gist of what I'm saying.
I absolutely get the gist, but I'm not sure you understand my brothers in their entirety. Caden is a pigeon. Jax, to be absolutely frank with you, doesn't want to rule. He just wants the resources. They will both be allowed in the throne room, and I will discuss things with them. I will not simply rule as some sort of dictator queen. However, you're going to have to accept that I will be queen of this nation.
I am discussing the possibility of a council.
Oh, absolutely. And I will be sure to elect the most scholarly individuals, academic, to serve on this council to make sure all decisions made are the best for the land.
So you're
However,
saying...
I will still be queen.
See, that's the difficulty here. You would need to adapt to a perspective where you are not queen. You are part of an entity that is making decisions about nation at a table together with these people. And if you cannot sit at a table together with the council and make these decisions, they will not be made.
How about I phrase it like this? I'll simply be a queen in name, and my children will be allowed to take the throne next. However, we will always work in tandem with a council. I'll phrase it like this. You're Resco, and you're the wise one, the intelligent one. As a island, the turn will need someone to represent it to other nations. Now, we can't send an entire council of, let's say, 20 people to some sort of summit to speak on behalf of the nation. They'll instead send one person who represents them all. I will be that representative. How about I allow you to talk it over with my brothers first, and then you can come back. At that point, if you feel that I am being unreasonable, I'll consider changing the wording of my speech.
Okay. I'll do that.
Very well. And so, you head back into the foyer. No, that's the whole map. You head back into the foyer.
She seems willing to cooperate.
Yeah, she seemed nice.
It seems like she wants something specific.
To leave this place?
Yes. She
Perhaps get to
wants
a
to
library.
do it all on her own, and I understand where she's coming from, but it also doesn't seem like a person that's willing to accept the ideals of the others.
Well, she said she would consult them and do what she can to incorporate their ideas into the new coming nation.
She'll consult them, but what she's suggesting is not that she'll rule with them, but as a conjoined party, she's saying she will rule above them. She will listen to them, much like like any who will listen to someone that they like, but that's not the same as ruling together and making decisions together.
And how do you propose we get her to feel as though she has to do what they say?
If they could get along, there wouldn't be risk of civil war. They wouldn't be locked here to begin with. It would have just happened.
Our concern is to do that.
We could give her some incentive to do that.
What are you suggesting?
Oh, just the power of force suggestion. An extra push in the right direction.
Don't you think in the end that could lead down a dark path? Or rather, what I mean to say is if we were to force her in some way to go down a specific direction, then she's not really thinking with her free will and should be resentful.
So the best course of action is to talk to her until she does exactly what you say.
Not quite.
It sounds like the plan. I didn't mean for that to be. Either way, let's see what the other humans have to say.
So, with that, which route do you all take next?
Straight up top, bro.
Alright. So you all climb this staircase, stepping around Koya. You find yourself in an interesting room. Koya is not present, so yeah. You find yourself in an interesting room. A man stands at one of the tables, and as you enter, he holds up his hand and he says, "Hold on! Don't anyone come any closer.
Oh god, he's one of these.
Stay on that side of the room.
Yeah, he seems like a great ruler already.
Now, what do you all want?
What do you want?
I think you know what we're here for.
Alright, then let's get to it. I'll tell you what I told the elf. Innovation! How would you all like it if you could...
I know your pitch already. You want to make everything, you want to create designs, you want to see the world flourish, right? You want to add more and more things, right? Now, of course, with innovation, to make the world continue to rotate, we have to make sacrifices for that, right?
I'm listening.
Sometimes we have to convince other people that our ideas are valid so that they will fund us, to support us, and work for us to build those things, right?
I am of the mindset that anyone with half a brain would know. So yes, I agree.
Alright. So, in order for innovation to happen with this country, what I want is for you all to work together.
Now see, here's where you've made your first error. You made two of them, in fact. The first, Caden is an idiot. The second, Linda is Linda.
Good
Sounds
human.
like an episode of Phoenix, right?
Hold on now, cat. Don't come any closer. You can speak from there. Also, how are you speaking?
That's what I would like to know, and if we can just get on with this, perhaps I can find out.
Well, cat, I have an idea. If we were to get on with it, I could help you find out.
Really?
Indeed, I am a brilliant individual.
Resco, this person does seem to have a lot of good ideas for the nation. Perhaps it's best we let them rule.
So,
alright, hold on. I have another pitch for you all. I didn't say it to the elf that came here. He comes over to his bookshelf. He comes back and says, "All right, listen.
You haven't heard this one."
Is anyone in here a performer?
I am.
What if I could tell you that I have something in mind that would make it so that everyone all over the world could see your performance?
That's
Sounds
very
preposterous.
intriguing. But
It seems like he's just bribing you with inventions, Resco.
yes, that's very apparent. It's an interesting suggestion, but it doesn't change what we're here for.
He lets out a deep sigh. All right. Well, go ahead. I made my pitch, so I guess you can make yours. Just remain on that side of the room. Also, step away from my bed.
So, first of all, with that...
Hold on! I won't carry on until the frog steps away from my bed.
I will look at the other Eddie and just say, chaos.
I'll say, Eddie, can you step away from his bed for just one moment?
Eddie, are you still with us?
Sorry. I am now.
Yes. Jux would like you to step away from his bed.
And 22 would like you to use chaos on the nice young man up here.
Okay. So,
Alright.
one thing that I have noticed that is problematic for a ruler, you want... I mean, it's good in some instances, but for the most part, you know what we're here for.
If I can't even stand next to his bed, how is someone going to stand next to his throne?
It is problematic if you're to work with people to run a nation, regardless of whether or not you would go with my suggestion or not. You would need to be comfortable interacting with others. You would have to take a position where you are leading a nation. You are open to people. You accept ideas that aren't yours, that you don't like, and you will contemplate.
He holds up a hand and he says, Stop. Listen, I am an innovator. Hearing the ideas of those who may disagree with me is part of innovation. I don't actually even care about the throne. To be frank with you, I don't want Caden to have it because he's an idiot and he will destroy the nation. I don't want Linda to have it because she's awful. However, if you can convince Linda...
How is she awful?
Well, she has no respect for innovation. Throughout my life, she would constantly destroy things simply because she could not understand them.
She said that she'd be willing to work with you now, though, that you're not a child anymore.
How do I know she's not using some sort of manner of mind control to make you all say that? And then when I come down to talk to her, she uses the mind control on me.
I can see where she is a person that would say things to get what she wants.
He holds up his hand and he says, person is a strong word to use to describe her. I think of it more as adversity in flesh.
But wouldn't you say that even considering those things, that she has certain qualities that make, if you had certain qualities of hers, that it would make it easier to run this nation?
I suppose so. If I was willing to stab a lady in the neck to eat a meal, then sure, those qualities would be necessary. What I'm trying to say is she's cutthroat, and I can understand why being cutthroat might be necessary.
So, the reason I'm suggesting this, working together with others, is there's qualities that you all seem to have that could benefit this nation in some way, right? And there are times when someone that is bold may be necessary, but that's why it's important to have you and the other person be able to come to a decision. And you don't even need to unanimously come to a decision. And I think it should be discussed in front of another council, the council being the people that are, have been leading your nation in your awareness. We would all come to a decision at the same table at the same time, no substitute.
He thinks, he scratches his chin. He says, I don't know if I want to be the first person to agree to anything like that. What did Linda and Caden say?
Linda agreed.
Caden agreed.
Caden has stated an interest in just ruling the nation and not just ruling, but it's okay. It seems he wants whatever he thinks is best for the nation. So I think we should discuss it with him as well. But here's the thing. We need you all to be able to come to an agreement. So I think a great way we could test this idea is to have you come into the same room and talk to each other. Because here's the thing. You say you won't agree to it now, and you don't have to. But if you're to run a nation, you would need to be able to agree to things together constantly, every day, all the time. And if you cannot even walk down and speak with, your sibling on this matter, then how are you to rule a nation together? Do you understand?
He crosses his arm and he says, I certainly understand. And, to be frank with you, if you can promise, well, let me be frank with you myself. If Linda was controlling you, she wouldn't be talking about any of this business of working together. So I'm willing to believe that she has changed her devilish ways. However, Caden remains an idiot. Now let's say I go down there and I agree with Linda. Caden will never agree.
Put him in a painting.
I am entirely suggesting that.
So here's the part about it. If I have,
Who doesn't want people in paintings?
if I have just on a council, then you will always go back and forth. If one of you agrees on something and the other disagrees, then there's no third party to say, well, this is a good idea or this is a bad idea. If you say this person is an idiot, then you just have to convince this idiot which one of you makes the...
Alright, I have an idea for you.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like you to do is take this idea from me to Caden.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get him to agree with... Let's make this deal in fact right now. If you can get him to agree with the idea, I'll make it so that we all... Make it so that we all can rule as a council together. I am not opposed to this. However, if he cannot agree, I will help. I will work with Linda, but you have to trap Caden in the painting.
What is your suggestion?
He walks up to one of the pipes coming up from the floor and he says, do you know what this is?
Water.
Yes, water, but also, do you know what it is?
It is a pipe.
Exactly. What I want to do is install a pipe-based system throughout the entirety of the island so that water can be transferred into each and every area.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Indeed, anybody would want indoor plumbing, except Caden. Because if you were to ask him, the only thing you should ever do with your waste is use it to fertilize your vegetables.
Here's the thought.
Slowly puts the cabbage underneath his desk.
Hold on now. What did you just put over there?
What? Nothing.
I'm watching you, Frog.
I think in a situation like that, what you would want to do is speak with your other council, like the people that have been running the nation so far, and perhaps do a kind of poll see what the citizens think of this invention and if they would like to incorporate it into the nation.
I absolutely agree with you. However, how can you be confident that Caden, in his brave defense of the land, won't go about destroying the pipes because he believes that, even though we all agreed upon it, this is still a besmirchment of the earth. He believes that the land itself should have a say in it. And so he wants to go around and do a survey of all the squirrels, the rabbits, the turtles, the frogs, the birds, the flowers.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Except, have you ever spoken to a squirrel? Oh, you're a talking cat. Of course you have.
I actually have not talked to a squirrel before.
I've
Well-
talked to plants before. They're nice sometimes.
Have you ever tried talking to a squirrel or a plant about an island-wide irrigation system?
Well,
No.
let's ask this stone tablet thing you got here.
That is a magnificent blueprint. And as you walk up to him, he comes over to you and he says, "What I'm trying to create here is a flying craft of sorts. Better than any airship you have ever seen. All of us will be able to fly in one, and we will be able to fly all over the world with ease. You could have your own personal flying craft."
I seen one of those, right? But they were able to put it in their pocket.
Well,
I want to
suppose
turn
that's
the
all.
I want to
that
turn the
could be
blueprint
worked
into a
out.
sentient object.
Let's see. After
plant?
spinning, cast a time tracing magical pathway within 8. That, however, takes 8 hours.
Ah! Well then,
Oh, wait.
let's just retcon that entire thing.
So yes,
Well, actually, no, I'm still gonna walk up to it because it looks interesting.
he turns. He sees that Resco is standing a bit closer than he likes, and he steps back and says, "So, right, you're supposed to go and talk to Caden. Get him to agree with this irrigation system, and I am completely yours."
Bet.
What was that perception for, Resco?
I was just looking at the stone thing.
Oh, yeah. As you observe it, it looks sort of like an upside down seed with wings.
Interesting.
You'll know where to find me when Caden says no. At which point, I will talk to Linda and we will agree and we can put Caden inside of the portrait.
So I haven't agreed to that yet. One thing I would like to ask is, you presented the situation where Caden will act in this way that, you know, it sounds like it might not be beneficial. How would you work around this? How will you convince him that this is a good idea?
In such a situation, I'd have him arrested and thrown into the dungeon. We will repair the pipes, and he will serve time until a point where it seems he's ready to be released. Assuming he does it again, we will put him away for a longer period. It is a thing, you know.
Assuming you don't have that possibility, assuming you have to respect what he says.
I mean, I suppose I can create like a natural area that will remain untouched. Surely that should satisfy him.
Could I have a piece of bread?
He would be
Absolutely.
content with
Stop! Don't touch that bread! I will hand you a piece of bread.
Oh, okay. Alright. Okay.
And so he picks up a pair of tongs, grabs a piece of bread, and brings it over to you.
No, thank you. I shove it in my mouth.
I see. Yes, I'm sorry. You must understand. I imagine the frog touching the bread, and then there's slime all over the bread, and now all my bread is gone.
Yes, I can understand your concerns with that.
So, nature preserves, right?
That was very
Do you-
good bread.
That's what the nation as a whole would be okay with. Do you think the nation would go along with that?
With the irrigation or the nature preserve?
The nation preserve.
Tell them about the fresh box.
The fresh box. Well, of course. I'll absolutely tell you about the fresh box. So, let's say you have the delicious jar of water. And you want it to be chilled, nearly ice cold. My fresh box would allow you to preserve it in a cool temperature, keeping it from getting too warm.
Okay, but my question?
Oh, right, yeah, nature. Yeah, see, I have an idea. We can install a bridge to one of the outer islands. It is a sizable island, roughly 15 miles in diameter. We will turn that entire island into a nature reserve.
That's how big Bermuda is.
That's something your nation would want?
Absolutely, I don't see why not.
I'm saying the people. Like, are you familiar with the people? Do you ever reach out?
In situations like this, you put it to a vote. And as matters have it, I have in mind a system that will allow you to vote from home and have all of your votes delivered to the castle where they can be tabulated.
How difficult is that system to implement, and would people work with it?
I don't see why not.
What is that information based on? Why don't you think they would?
Because, well, who doesn't like innovation? Well, I suppose Caden. In that case, I suppose. Listen, you're asking, do we need to make sure that the country unanimously agrees with the preserve, or do we just need the majority vote?
Well, the majority would be what you would look for, but you do want to do everything your ability to find a solution that works best for as many people that are living in the country as possible.
Absolutely. However, I counter that some people just won't be happy with some of the things that happen. However, that should not stop us from progressing.
That's true. There will always be people that will be against progress. What I'm asking for you right now is a dedication to listen to people that you think are not right and find compromises to deal with them that are nonviolent and satisfy their needs as well.
Of course, I would never bring harm to my people intentionally.
But I'm just saying this for specifically the example you gave about throwing your brother into prison and such.
Now, I had the idea to put him in jail non-violently. Did you imagine I was seeing, I don't know, constructs designed with the purpose of breaking his bones out to arrest him?
No.
I am tasked with cooking and cleaning.
My suggestion is simply dealing with people without putting the people that disagree with you into jail.
Of course, it should be no problem. However, I said I'd put him in jail in the event that he did something destructive, and he said that he'd go through a drawer, and he pulled out a pocket watch. Comes over and he said, "Someone mentioned tasks of cooking and cleaning, yes?"
Yes, Connie.
Connie, what is this Connie?
She's our maid, question mark.
Well, I guess you don't need this. You see, this is just a heart for a construct. It would allow it to do more stuff than what it's originally tasked to, but if it's a maid and puts it back in a drawer, yes, all right.
I actually think that I could use that, actually.
For what reason? Are you in possession of a construct?
Yeah, yes.
You are.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Do we really want the maid to start thinking? More than he already is.
He holds up his hand, walks around, puts it in Resco's hand, and steps back. No offense, Frog, it's just, you're very slimy.
That's judgmental.
It is a I suppose, but
What if some
also,
of your people are slimy?
they are welcome to live freely so long as they don't put their slime on me.
So you won't kiss their babies on the head?
No, that's unsanitary. I don't know where their babies have been. But yes, right. I assure you, on my name as Jax the Turn, that I will not do anything that would hurt
Did he say his name is the Turd?
their turn.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna type that out for you all.
Thank you.
So he said, on my name, I swear that I will not bring harm to anyone who disagrees with me.
Okay.
Now go and sell the idea of the irrigation system to my brother.
All right.
With that,
Well, what we can do.
he returned to what he was doing as you all entered the room. And you all head down the stairs. Presumably.
Okay. So we're going over here, I guess, to sell this idea.
Once more, you enter the grotto, where Caden still remains butt naked, breathing deeply as he sits there.
Alright, so here's the idea. We've talked to the others about this, and there is still more talking, I believe, to do. But what we want to do is form a combined council in which you all must discuss your ideas and you come to a group vote together.
I
And
believe in utter unity, and I think that you are a good man for trying to bring it to my assembly.
Did you swim across Gap 22?
I
No.
don't.
In this case, there will be things that they'll say that you disagree with. Our goal is to find ways to come together even in those situations of disagreement, and we can't back away from that.
You have to promise to build the irrigation system.
So
Listen, that's when you previously came in, I mentioned that I'd be willing to talk about anything, and I'd honestly be willing to do it with my siblings. I don't understand why they don't trust my decision-making skill. I simply believe that we should listen to the island before we make decisions.
now when you say the island, you're talking about, like the animals and the people living there and everything.
Of course, imagine if this cat here could talk.
Meow.
Precisely. You don't understand him, but he said something very profound. I don't think that people listen to the island enough.
How would you go about discussing that?
I would commune with nature. As I am now, I would lay naked among the trees and allow nature to come and speak to me about what she would want us to do to the island.
Have you ever used a spell called Talk with Plants?
I beg your pardon. Hold on.
Meow.
Yes. Talk with plants. No, I am not capable of any sort of magic.
Allow me to open your mind.
It is amazing. You must be from an amazing place where the animals have learned to communicate with those of us who walk on two legs. This is impressive.
I can actually talk to all animals.
There's no way to do that.
I can't present any animal in front of me.
I present to you this cat.
Hello, cat.
Hello, Eddie the Frog.
So, is it by virtue of meeting this cat that we were all able to understand him.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure he just knows common.
If it was the other way around, I would be receptive to listen to my siblings so long as they would be willing to meet other talking animals.
But I can talk to all animals.
Would you come to their turn and act as a translator for all that live on the island?
Oh god. Will I be compensated for my duty?
That might be a bit of a big task, Eddie.
I believe that money is a shackle that holds us
Oh
down.
god.
You will
But
become-
what if I said it's for an orphanage? To teach those and feed them.
that we should let the land feed the orphans?
What if I told you they run an underground gang?
Listen,
I would say that if we were to destroy the system that forced them to run the gang, that they would be all right.
I want the
Listen.
lily pad to speak.
here's,
Let's see, you abuse
Can it be the one with flowers?
You question.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so yeah. Go ahead. What question? What question do you have for the lily pad?
How do you feel about how this man has treated you here in this area?
The lily pad says, "I have been for the beauty you have brought to the grass hole."
How would you feel if all of this was taken down by industry?
I would perish, so I don't think I would like it.
Why are you doing this?
But you are plants. Surely you wouldn't mind this.
In my time, I will one day wilt, and a new lily pad will take my place.
Exactly.
To say that a lily pad will take the place where a stone building stands.
Technically.
Do you want lily pads to rule the world?
No, I merely would like to sit upon the water and live my life. But I understand.
Me too. Preach.
What if we can give all of the lily pads their own area to be, rather than around all the humans?
Jumps in the
I
water.
would approve of this. Then
You see
we
this?
all move in rhythm together on the turning tide.
You see this? All they want is an area to thrive, a place to be. This world is nothing more than a place of unity. We can all be together as one. And you can find your separate place, and I can finally get out of here and get in touch with that book I need.
what? I would
Cat,
like
I feel
to-
like you just did something, but I don't know what it was.
If you were to rule the area with your brothers and sisters, perhaps you could make an area for just the lily pads, and you can rule over it. Or plants, or whatever.
And would my sibling be willing to dedicate the effort to migrate all the
He's-
animals to this area?
He said it could be 15 miles long.
Sure, I don't disapprove, but would they make it so that all the squirrels
here's the thing.
All the squirrels that could fit within 15 miles.
Have different ideas of how you want to do this, and I'm going to be frank with you. 30% maybe of those ideas are valid, and maybe 20% of them, or even 10%, actually happen at the end of the day. All right,
Yes, I am listening.
and all three of you are going to have to work with under those circumstances. You have to understand there's certain things you'll have to give to science. There's certain things you'll have to give to like continuing the nation as it is now. There's certain things, certain rights the plants or the animals won't be able to have, but there's certain things they will be able to have. And you just have to make a decision about what is the most important thing, and you have to make it with your brothers and your sister.
I absolutely agree. How can we all move forward if we don't hear each other's voices?
Well, if I told you I could make it rain, does that mean anything to you?
It would mean that you are magical like the sky. You are the sky in flesh. He splashes across the water till you stands tall and naked in front of you, Esco, and he says, "You are speaking of unity. I agree. Let us go and convince the others of unity."
Okay, but
Wonderful.
before we do it,
Fantastic.
I will say, like for example, your idea with this nature preserve, you won't necessarily be able to have all your animals here or everything you want, is what I'm saying, and you'll have to move forward accepting that.
But you speak of unity, and I am willing to stay for hours and speak to my siblings until they agree.
Sometimes
Looks like you found a friend, Reska.
you'll have to make a decision based on what you have in a period of time.
I will see what I have to when the time comes. Though I assure you, with enough communication, they would agree. As there's goodness in all of us, there is a connection to the land. And when that connection is, when he says this, as he leads you all back to the foyer, as this connection reaches out for us, we will all in good time. Yes?
Are you speaking of Alizem?
I'm sorry, I am not familiar with that.
God damn it,
But
no one
that
knows
is
who
a good
Alizem
name
is.
to call it.
Sure.
Alizem, the unity of the land with ourselves. Let us go. Let us talk to Linda.
Oh god.
I will use...
Here's the thing. We all must meet here in the middle.
I understand.
And there's
neutral ground.
There's one other thing with the neutral ground.
Of course.
Appearances will be important. So, for example, if you go into Linda's room, or you must meet with her or talk with her, you must respect her boundaries, even understanding, you are one with nature and you would like to commune with that. So, in the future, when you meet with her or use anything, eat with her, you must respect her space and not, walk dirt.
Do you think we could talk during a feast? I could make up a feast for us.
I don't know if I could do that. I must only... No. I understand. You can make the food. I will simply eat later. And of course, when I speak to Linda, I will make sure that I am wearing some manner of grass loincloth to show respect, and I shall make sure that my feet and hands are clean.
Alright, then I need you to go do that now.
You very well.
We can do that for you, actually. Does someone have thaumaturgy?
Would druidcraft work?
Let's see.
Was Hurricane technically still with us, or did he go? Or
yeah, Hurricane would have did it. Okay. I mean, he's gone, but his character's still here.
Yeah, his character is still here. Unless, if only we could hear him. However, let me look at your craft. You have a tiny harmless energy effect with the weather. What the weather would be in the effect.
I don't know if I'm thinking of thaumaturgy or it's the thing that prestidigitation. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yes, prestidigitation. I will say, since Joachim is not here, that he is disgusted with this unsightly man, so he uses prestidigitation to clean the filth off of him.
Yes. Okay, so we'll go with that. And then we'll bring them down to meet with you.
Right. So let's say, for the sake of time, you go to each room. You convince Linda to come out first. And as she enters the foyer... Hold on. Right. As she enters the foyer, she rolls her eyes at the sight of her brother. You go upstairs next. And convince Jax to also come downstairs. One moment. So he comes down and stands at the bottom of the stairs. He has what appears to be a spray bottle in his hand. He sprays it. He missed it in the air in front of him. He says, "All right, so we're all out here finally, I guess. So, Caden, could you move a bit further back?"
Alright, so since you're all together. Alright.
Very well, I'll start then.
Mhm.
We all had our differences for some time now, but this clever fox here, he has suggested we all make a sort of council. Now, I understand, brother, that you would like to be able to play with your toys without any sort of interference, and I am willing to allow that so long as you don't damage anything. And Caden, you are a bird that prefers to be able to fly free, so I am willing to give you a place where you may make your nest. In such a situation, we will be able to rule the kingdom together. She smiled at you, Esco. Together, and make decisions going forward.
Okay, so the issue with this is you have to be able to work as a unit. I understand that you want to be the queen in power of everything, but that will not be acceptable.
He's right. I want equal power, and also, I want to make it a majority vote thing. The three of us have to agree on something. No. Caden's an idiot, huh? Okay, so 2 out of 3 of us have to agree on something.
That was what we discussed.
Also, I want you to relinquish all control of academia to me so that I may further the progress of the island.
I don't know about academia. I think that's something that could be voted on.
If this guy gets nature,
She raises her hand. She says, "I am willing to allow that. It is no small thing. I am confident in your ability to make sure that our education system remains top of the line. This is what you wanted, right, Fox? This is compromise and agreement."
It is, but in a way, what I'm seeing as well is a bit of segregation. I don't want you all just to have your own place in this nation off to the corner somewhere. I do want you to pursue your own talents, and it seems like he is familiar with education and he will progress academia, so I think it's a good idea to have him be at the forefront of education. And I think the preserve is a good idea for the person for see something.
Alright, then I'll phrase it like this. Jax, I will make you the king of knowledge upon the island. Caden, you will be the king of nature, and I will simply be the face of the island in cases of diplomacy. This is a simple thing. We will meet every week to discuss any sort of program we want to initiate, and upon majority vote, they shall be initiated.
Sounds like democracy. Alright, problem solved. Get out of here.
Exactly. And she comes over to you. She kneels down next to you, 22.
Please don't.
She says, "Will you still be needing that 46 pounds of catnip?"
Absolutely.
So
Well. So,
the way you're talking is still in a manner of you are in charge. You will not necessarily represent the island as a whole. You will all
yeah. I will honestly work together with my brothers and other elected officials to make sure that everything runs smoothly. I am not simply the queen above all others. I am simply a figurehead in a way. Where are you all from, for example?
you would all be the figureheads. And if anything, you would decide together on someone else to be a figurehead.
Jax says, frankly, if I don't have to go anywhere, I'm fine. And to be frank with you, I don't know if Caden should be the figurehead of anything. To which Caden says, Unity is the only head that I figure.
Alright, so it seems like we're going to have these two. I'm going to point to Linda and Kanan. And I guess the nerd boy is going to stay at home.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Alright, you're staying in the painting. You two, come on out.
Hold on! I will be leaving and work in tandem and try to skirt around Linda, but to stand beside her with my sister and brother and other elected officials, yada yada, innovation.
Sounds
Yada,
good enough to me.
democracy. Sounds good.
Here's my suggestion.
Ooh.
You can either all leave or none. You all agree to fully commit to Unity. I look at Linda and I say, completely and utterly submit to Unity, like your brother here. Or the nation continues to work as it is now.
She takes a deep, heavy breath. She says, very well. We here, the three of us, are all royals of the island of the Turn. I will not rule alone. I will simply make my voice heard and hear the voices of those around me.
And you won't have a civil war.
Of course not. Why would I ever subject my people to that?
I don't know. Why are we even here then?
Because Caden is an idiot and Jax is a brat. However, the idiot and the brat are also rulers of the island who I will work together with.
Beautiful.
Sounds like we've come to an agreement.
Indeed. So, you all will of course tell Irma that we've come to an agreement.
Elf,
We can release. Irma peeks around the wall. Yes?
we've come to an agreement. Let's hurry this along.
So I'm gonna look at Linda, like everything she just said, and I just want to see what I'm making of this all. That
You get the feeling that she will actually make the effort to work as a counselor with her sibling, but also she understands that what her siblings don't actually want to do is rule. Jax just wants to be able to innovate, and Caden wants to be able to be an idiot. And so she will attempt to work with them, but she will expect there to come a point where the rest of the council look upon her as the decision maker. Still, she is very happy to tell you and to make the honest effort to work with them.
Any problems, Resko?
I think we can work with this.
Finally, I can. I've been in here for so long. You don't understand. And then he constantly. But I am over that now. We'll be working together going forward. Irma. And Irma steps over. And she says, and then I shall open the door for Linda, Caden, and Jax.
This kingdom, where exactly is it?
Do you know where the island of Olust is?
Let's find out.
I will ask for anything.
Not a damn clue.
You do not.
What do you think of this solution? Do you think that this will last?
Alright. You're asking that to Caden, right?
Yes.
Alright. Before that, Eddie, I will say, you know where the island of Lust is. You remember, of course, going there while suffering Spicer-Call's adversity. But also, this is the island of Beach Folk, and you know, if you were to sail out about a few weeks from the coast of Isuba, you'd happen upon the island of Olust. It is to the east of Solosin, the continent that you all are on.
Would there be a way I could leave here and go to that island?
On a
Like
boat.
leaving the stream and go to the island?
Linda shrugs her shoulder and she says, "Did you enter the dream through the island?
I suppose not.
Then you'll have to come the normal way." Caden turns to you, Rascal, and he says, "I believe that you are a personification of unity, and you have brought my siblings and I back together as we have not been since we ate at the same dinner table with our parents.
Speaking of dinner table,
I am confident that we will all... Oh, hey, you got Hero's Feast. However, it does cost 1,000 gold.
no, really?
Yep.
Since when?
Since always. Though usually I don't make y'all pay attention to components. In the case of stuff like Hero's Feast, it's absolutely necessary.
And he puts away his.
Oh, a gem-encrusted bowl of it with at least worth 1,000 gold.
Oh, and he has the child skull, and some hag teeth.
Hold on. The child skull? I don't recall this.
Well, okay, so Joachim and I were discussing it.
You cut off.
Disappeared. Oh. He thinks that it might have disappeared with everything else that disappeared in that underwater scene. But it's in my pocket, just in case it didn't.
Alright. Then with that, we'll say... Yes.
Yeah.
Caden mentions the whole thing about unity and such and so forth.
So I was
Go ahead.
I was asking, I think it was this girl, what she basically, if she thought that solution that we're presenting is feasible, like if it will last.
I have no reason to believe it won't. I believe that all of the royals here are intelligent in their own way, and I think that more than anything, they all want to preserve the island.
Do these paintings talk?
And those paintings, well, you didn't ask the paintings if they talk.
Would you like them to talk?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, give me 8 hours.
She at least says that she believes that, yes, they will be able to, this will work, as far as she can tell. Eddie, do you try to speak to the painting?
Yes, this one.
Alright, what do you say to this painting?
Hello, King of the Past.
The painting's eyes come alive and look down at you, Eddie. And he says, "A trespasser, a demon who has stepped onto the island.
Oh God!
I see that we have fallen from our military strength and allowed
yikes! Yikes! I made a mistake. Someone help.
Everything okay with her, Eddie?
Linda looks over. She says, "Don't talk to him. He's a bit of a warmonger."
Oh God. Okay. Sorry.
Do you have these that are not warmongers?
Of course I do.
Do you have any other that are decent that you talk to?
Of course. A few of them, honestly.
Oh, it's good to hear.
Most of them are in the castle, which we will be in once you let us go.
All right then. I think if everyone's really in agreement that this can work.
Yes.
Hold on. What is this painting gonna say if I talk to it?
You say hello, and the eyes come alive. The woman looks down at you. She says, "What efforts are they making to keep the island beautiful in this era?"
A sanctuary.
Describe this sanctuary to me.
It's 15 miles long and it has squirrels and lily pad.
What of the statues of goddesses?
Those are in a different part of town.
And are they regularly polished?
I hope so.
You hope so?
Yes, of course they are.
Why did they send you to speak to me?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'll
You
go.
will yes. As she says that, her eyes go dull again.
Have you gleaned anything from those paintings, Eddie?
No, they're all evil.
I see.
Linda chuckles and she says, "Evil is a strong way to put it. You see, it's much like how Jax was a brat and Kaden is an idiot. Who I will definitely work with."
Yes.
I will say, since we were talking about shortcomings, and we've talked about the shortcomings of the others, what shortcomings do you feel that you have that need to be discussed here?
To be frank,
correct as we move forward.
To be frank, I feel that I'm not truly as beautiful as all the people of the island would say.
Why do you feel that way?
Oh my god.
It
Hire this lady therapist. What in tarnation?
is difficult to be told all your life that you are like a vision of the goddesses. And it's like, no mere mortal could be anything like that.
I think you're pretty attractive.
We all have
That
ugly.
is for-
You're welcome,
All
Linda the Queen.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, it doesn't totally matter what you have on the outside. It's what you do with the inside that counts,
Oh, absolutely. And you know what, Resco? You've just cured my insecurity. I no longer have to worry about my feelings of beauty and inadequacy.
I actually
Thank
have
you
that too.
ever so much.
Ooh.
Might want to work on that tone as you progress in the future.
Yikes.
I'll make the effort. And she says that, Jax behind her kind of slides his finger across his neck to indicate to you that she's a bit of a cutthroat woman. So, well then, we'll all be departing, and where do you all live? I should send gifts for everyone.
Caladium.
Caladium, and that's in the Opera Kingdom, yes?
Yeah.
Very good, yes. Actually, if I can make it to your kingdom, I can have an easier way to travel between the two of us.
Jax comes up and he says, "Well, if you will give me just, let's say, a couple of months, I'll provide you with your very own, I haven't really thought of a name. Let's call it a aerial mobile. No, 2 words. Too many words. How about go ahead.
How about some sort of planar device that can travel through the air?
You're right. We'll call it a dandelion seed.
I like that name.
And I will provide it, and you'll be able to make trips to our island in mere hours.
You can just walk there.
I don't know if that.
It'll be fine. You can be underwater with no penalties.
I'll allow it.
It'll be great for you. All I needed leather strap.
Irma steps by you. She pulls out a key. She whispers something to it and unlocks the door.
Oh, that's
Steps
weird.
aside. Linda smiles to you all and takes her leads first.
What did you whisper to that key?
I whispered the names of those allowed to depart.
Oh.
Jack follows suit. Caden walks up to you, Resco. He puts both of his hands on your shoulders. He says, while I leave this place, know that all the things in the grotto, all the fruits and vegetables, they are yours to take.
Thank you.
He comes up to you, Eddie. He says, you are the walking form of nature. May I have one kiss?
So when I walked into the room, I rolled.
You're cutting out a little bit, Eddie.
I rolled how attractive he was when I walked in, and it was 1. So I don't. You can kiss my forehead.
Very well. And so he kisses your forehead, Eddie. He walks over to you, 22, and he says, "Oh, majestic talking cat, may I kiss your paw?"
I suppose. Not with my paw.
And so he kneels and he kisses your paw, and then he bows to you all, and naked as he ever was, takes his leave.
Before he goes, I'm gonna say, Caden, before you
Stop.
go, nature is a beautiful thing. Don't lose touch of that.
I shall not.
One other thing. What's the name of the one girl? Lee something?
Linda.
Linda is a bit of a tough one, and she's gonna want to have things her way in some ways. And it's important that, like, I feel like you have some of the strongest morality of the three, and I want you to be that backbone that pushes them in a good direction.
I shall be firm as the land beneath our feet.
Alright. Good luck with everything.
And good luck to you. You are a good man. Vision of unity. So he departs with that. And Irma, she nods to y'all and she says, please depart first so that I may lock this building up. Once you return to your previous location, this dream will come to an end.
Great.
Alright then.
Thank you all for your help. I'm sure that our island will prosper going forward, and I hope that you all may visit it one day.
Thank you for your help. And I hope the remainder of your life goes well.
Thank you, but I am merely an attendant. And with that, each of you take your leave from the dream. You see Irma follow you outside, lock the door, and as she does it, the dream kind of wobbles, the world shakes, and you are sent back to the dreamer's prison.
Oh my.
There, as you walk away from it, chains come upon the door. Oh, hold on, that's not chains. This is chains. So yeah, chains come upon the door as the dream comes to an end. 2 dreams remain.
How are you feeling, my man?
He opens his eyes and says, I can feel, yes, the shackles that hold me down break one by one. Soon I will be able to move as I did once before. Soon I will be able to dream freely.
Soon you'll be able to high five. Imagine.
Yes, so many things I haven't been able to do in so long. You all are good people. Were I a man of millions, I'd give all to you.
Oh, well, that's not necessary.
Oh, well,
We just want you out of our basement.
I understand. I look forward to being out of your basement.
4 down, only 2 to go.
Indeed. Let me think. How long has it been? It's been. We haven't been going. How long have we been going?
it has been... Oh, actually, hang on. Three hours and 19 minutes.
I'll say you can all peek into one other door. Cause I don't think the next scene will be either of the next locations will be wrapped up in less than an hour.
I don't think we can leave this place in less than an hour.
Indeed.
I'll take initiative and peek in this one.
Right then, 22. As you peer past these large doors, you find yourself staring into a courtroom.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, not again.
Objection!
22 wasn't actually at the first one, was he?
No, he was not. Wait. No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
You needed an invitation to Spice domain to see that. So actually, I'm going to grab, as you all are looking to the room, I'm going to grab this. And, hold on, give me a moment.
Oh, this is a different courtroom, right?
Yes, it is. So as you peek into the courtroom, you get the
Okay,
feeling
core already.
that there is a very monumental task to accomplish here. You don't know if you have the energy to accomplish it now. But you feel that when you return to the dream place once again, you'll have quite a bit laid out before you.
Hey, sorry, Dreamer Dude. We know you've been here for like thousands of years, but we're a little tired. So, we'll be back.
Just gonna take a nap real quick. We'll be back in a week.
So, having peered in, when you return, or rather, when you look back, interestingly, chain wrap around the other door. But not chains like you have noticed before. These ones seem to be wrapping less, as if to close the dream off, more along the lines of keeping you all out.
Oh no. Final boss.
It looks like one of these doors is going haywire. Do you know what that means?
Someone has entered that dream from a different place and has blocked the door so that may not be interrupted.
What do we have to do to break that lock?
I suppose the only thing that can be done is to wait. That dream is an interesting one. They will undo the lock soon, unless they are strong.
22's curiosity is gonna cause him to cast Dispel Magic on it.
Alright. You try to cast Dispel Magic. And like it happened once before with the chains that are wrapped around the imprisoned dreamer. These chains, they don't seem to be quite magical. There's a difference to this magic that you can't dispel.
Fascinating. Oh well, I'm tired.
After convincing 3 royals to agree with one another, you all decide, you know what? It's about time I go home and get like at least a few days rest before I tackle any sort of court proceeding.
It was really toxic.
So, you all pass through. Hold on. You all pass through the entryway from the dream domain. Return to your basement.
Yes.
Koyel, in a trance-like state, follows you. Joachim similarly does the same. You all head up the stairs, where Zert and Stefano now lay asleep on the couch. As you
Oh,
return, Julia waves at you. She says, "Did you all have a fun adventure in your basement?"
sure.
To be frank with you, I'm a bit confused. While I don't mind looking after the children, you're going into your basement, so am I actually necessary?
The basement has like a door in it that we go through.
The dimensional screaming.
Ah, okay, that makes a bit more sense.
Does it?
Of course. Portals, they appear. They scream at you. Nothing unfamiliar.
Portals do be like that.
And so she says, "Then I suppose it's about time I take my leave. Eddie, make sure that the boys do the homework I've assigned for them when they wake up.
Yes, of course.
And if you need me, I suppose just whisper in the wind, and I'll know that I need to come.
Thank you.
And
Thank
thank you. Good night."
You have a good one too.
Resco.
Yep.
I'm ready to upgrade Connie.
Wait, you never got the thing? Oh yeah, no. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
So, how you gonna go do it, honey? Are you waiting for Resco to sign off on it?
Resco has it.
Ah, yes, Resco, you did get the heart.
Well, I mean, does
Aren't you
anyone
the
else-
free will guy?
Sure, I guess so. Right?
Is it really free will if you only choose one path?
Stop.
Perhaps we should give them Connie that decision. We'll see.
As,
I am tasked with cooking and cleaning.
as you peer into the kitchen, you see Connie has prepared the 300 nuggets. It's not quite 300 now, as Zert, Stefano, and Julia have eaten. Still, there's a sizable amount of nuggets, and Connie looks over and says, "Dinner is served. I
Thank you,
prepared
Connie.
the honey mustard as well."
Yay.
And so Connie stands there with this platter of nuggets and honey mustard.
Connie, you're tasked with cooking and cleaning.
Affirmative.
Would you want to be tasked with things beyond that?
I am not capable of answering that question.
Make her capable. She doesn't like it, just take it back out. But then you took away her free will.
That's a good question.
Oh my god.
22. Would you like a nugget?
No, just the good water. Thank you. I'll rummage through the drawers and just get the whole bottle and just walk out.
Was I there earlier when, like, she, like, Connie, like, contemplated something, didn't she?
Yes, indeed. I could say theoretically you heard it
But was it contemplating again?
when asked, when told to make honey mustard. Connie said that there is art to combining two flavors.
What do you think about art?
Art is an expression of emotion that beings like yourself are capable of.
Connie has emotion.
Would you experience art?
She did in the honey mustard. Taste it.
It looks beyond you, Resco, and comes back to itself and says, art is in the food that I make. Would you like a nugget, Resco?
I'll have a nugget with the mustard.
Of course. And so,
Ooh. It's delicious, Rascal.
Okay, what do I need to try it to see if I like it?
I'll say you can if you want to. The
Okay.
rolling always adds a little bit of flavor, much like the honey mustard.
I'm also gonna do an insight just to see what I feel like, what I feel about it.
Well, Resco enjoyed the chicken nuggets and honey mustard. And that's how you feel, Resco. You feel that though there is no heart in Connie, the heart was put into this food.
I think there's more to be seen here.
Yes.
Would you have me prepare something else?
Prepare your soul.
I do not know that recipe.
But you will soon.
Connie, have you ever looked at a recipe and made a determination on which ingredient is better?
As I have no sense of taste, I have not.
How do you make your determinations as a cook?
Before you all acquired me, I was often told how to alter recipes for the people who I was serving.
The hell do you want, frog? Thank you.
You're gonna-
You're always kind to me.
Need this in the morning.
Thank you.
Honey looked between both of you as if waiting to receive an order.
I'm gonna pull you onto the couch.
I will say with that strength you were definitely able to do it as it is a cat.
22 will just lay there, sleeping in.
No. Well, Resco, do you want to give her free will, or do you want her to be tasked with cooking and cleaning forever?
I'll pull out the what was it, a chip? What was it that he gave
A
me?
pocket watch.
A pocket watch. Did he ever say how it worked?
No, just
What
shove it in her chest.
He did not. However, he did call it a construct heart.
Connie,
Hello.
hello. Do you know how to insert pieces into yourself?
I am capable of repairing myself in event that I take damage.
So, can you repair yourself with this?
Please provide the object.
I slowly hand it to her. I say, "Is this something you are missing?"
Oh.
No, however, I am willing to install it. And so, Connie takes it from your hand, presses down on the plate that covers the chest. It comes open, and a box-like part moves outward.
Ooh.
You said
Connie
you're willing to accept it.
pulls open the panels of the box and puts this device into it. Closes the box. The box moves back into Connie's chest cavity. It closes the plate. And as it does that, it kind of goes still for a moment. The light fades from his one eye.
Oh no, we broke Connie.
After several minutes of just standing there idle, the light comes back on.
Connie, are you okay?
And Connie responds, I am tasked with living.
Oh.
How would you like to live, Connie?
Hugs.
Connie shall hug Eddie back and say, I have no answer. I have not lived before.
You can stay here as long as you want.
Connie looks at you and says, does that mean I am no longer tasked with cooking and cleaning?
I would very much like if you would cook and clean, but you don't have to.
Then, for my friends, I will.
It is up to you in the end what you want to do. And
But no, you could do more. Take baths.
if you
Stand in
decide
the yard. Feel the sun.
I
can
shall
do
go
it.
and stand in the yard.
if you want to.
Go ahead. Go ahead, let's go.
Wait, would the dryads attack him?
No, because Connie is a occupant of the house.
Okay.
Let's go, Connie. Connie's going.
You gotta speak fast, Resco.
I'll let her go. I'll just
Alright.
wait for her to answer what she wants to do.
I'll watch her.
But Connie goes out and stands in the yard. Just stands out there right in front of the window. People walk past, stare with confusion at this construct surrounded by dryads. But otherwise, as far as you all can tell, upon Connie's metal face, it seems at peace. And I want to say with that,
Guys, Connie's acting weird out there.
Because she is tasked with living.
Alright, I guess I missed that one.
Go talk to her.
Sleepy.
I think she needs some time to figure out what she is right now.
She is living.
Blink,
He'll be
as you
alright.
come in the house, you smell the scent of chicken nuggets in the air.
I'm parched and I'm hungry, so I'll go and get some chicken nuggies.
Meow.
Alright. And with that, I'll say, we'll close it for the night.
Okay.
Now about those prices.
Say again?
About